Uh, Queen of Karma in the building. Greg Peanut, hear the verdict. Greg came talking like the crown was up for grabs. Peanut brought a plan written on a paper napkin pad. I read both cases, found the holes in every claim. One got a big mouth, one forgot the whole game. You can bring your crew, you can bring your little scheme, but the queen walks in and deletes the dream. No courtroom drama, no parade, no plea. The score is on the board, you can't beat me. I don't chase noise, I collect what's due. Karma keeps receipts and they're stamped on you. Queen of Karma, don't need no drama. Greg and Peanut, better take the L. Step aside, let the verdict ring. Bow down quick when the queen says, well, Queen of Karma, crown getting taller. Try to match up, know you're bound to fail. No rematch, no excuses, no appeal. Greg and Peanut, take the L. Greg got confidence, borrowed from a louder friend. Peanut got a punchline that forgot where it should end. I move precise, every bar lands clean, like a chessboard queen cutting through the scene. You made a wager, now the bill came fast. Thought you had a future, got defeated by the past. I don't need luck, I let the balance swing. When the dust settles, everybody knows the king, know the queen. And I'm holding everything. Queen of Karma, don't need no drama. Greg and Peanut, better take the L. Step aside, let the verdict ring. Bow down quick when the queen says, well, Queen of Karma, crown getting taller. Try to match up, know you're bound to fail. No rematch, no excuses, no appeal. Greg and Peanut, take the L. G to the left, P to the right. Both got outplayed in a single night. Count that loss, let the scoreboard tell. No hard feelings, just take the L. I'm not here for chaos, I'm here for the win. Walk in with a grin, walk out with the pin. Greg, you had a chance, Peanut, you had two. Still couldn't find a move that could carry you through. So keep that lesson, frame it on the wall. Next time hear the crown, before you make the call. Queen of Karma, undefeated in the town. Pack up the excuses, sign your name L. Queen of Karma, don't need no drama. Greg and Peanut, better take the L. Step aside, let the verdict ring. Bow down quick when the queen says, well, Queen of Karma, crown getting taller. Try that match up, know you're bound to fail. No rematch, no excuses, no appeal. Greg and Peanut, take the L. Case closed, crown set. Lesson learned, Queen of Karma. Watch the tables turn, Greg Peanut. No need to yell, you got beat fair and square. Take the L.
Karma's a bitch.
Queen of Karma.
Hello, everyone, and I hope that you're all having a fabulous, amazing evening. Thank you for joining me here on this wonderful, drama-filled Saturday. I hope you are all doing well. Yes, I am going to be talking about everything. Everything. That's okay, got it. You're good. You're good. You can share the link. You can even go and tell them that I'm streaming. I don't care. But okay, listen, before we get into today's reaction, I need to walk you through what actually led up to all of this, because the way this situation is being spun right now is manipulative, dishonest, and frankly, exhausting. And I'm not going to let people rewrite the timeline or paint me as the villain, again, just because it's convenient for them. So let's start from the beginning, because I have a bit of a backstory and a lot of people don't know what's going on. They're very confused. So, a few nights ago, Thursday night, I was on panel on Angry Pistachio's stream with Greg, It was a 4-hour panel about Looksmaxxing, which is, if you don't know, part of the manosphere community, even if they say it's not, whatever. Greg has been hanging around Pistachio for a couple of months now, ever since he had a falling out with AJ. AJ is a girl that used to be in Negs' community. That's not important. Not today, anyway. And Pistachio and Negs, they also used to be friends. So there's already a whole web of history there. Shortly after I showed up in the angry Pistachio Greg community, Greg made me a moderator in his chat. And immediately, and I mean immediately, I started getting harassed by two men, Arctic Wolf and George. I didn't know them, I didn't care about them, and I wasn't interested in whatever hate campaign they were trying to drag me into, but they kept escalating, even bringing in Dark Ninja to help, of course, because I wouldn't have drama on here if it wasn't for Dark Ninja, right? That's right. So, I mean, so all of this actually ties back to something that happened between Pistachio and Greg a little while ago. Her alleged fiance passed away. They were allegedly together for 20 years. It wasn't public. She didn't tell the community. But most of the girl world / Haydur Nation community, which is kind of the community that reacts to the reactors, if you will, they all sort of knew about it, and it was like something everyone knew, but no one really wanted to say, you know? If you follow Amberlynn Reed or Foodie Beauty Reactors, you know the space I'm talking about. Anyway, Greg and Pistachio got into a silly fight on a panel, and Greg outed her fiance's passing. On a live stream, I thought that was disgusting. And a bunch of us were in the chat, in Greg's chat afterwards, trying to explain to Greg why that was not okay. All right? Negs, of course, ended up doing a big live stream defending Pistachio and going off on Greg. And ever since then, they've been in a back and forth. And because I'm in that community, I keep getting dragged into it. I'm constantly coming up on Negs' live streams where he's throwing shade at me for no reason, making fun of my traumas. I ignored it because my beef is not with Negs. But after that argument, Greg frustrated me with how he acted. Okay? So this was leading up for they have 10,000 accounts. They really do, though, those guys. I blocked so many. None of them are good people. That's right. So many blocked. But, he was just frustrating me. He refused to listen to anything. He lashes out a lot. He can't take criticism. And that whole day just frustrated me. So I had blocked him on Discord. I told him at the time that I was also getting flack from Negs' chat, and I wanted to disconnect from him. So I had asked him to unmod me. He mods everyone, so it wasn't a big deal. Apparently, he took that very personally. About a week ago, all right, they were reacting to Negs. And I mentioned in the chat that I had blocked Greg because I blocked him on Discord and then he unmodded me. Oh, what have I missed? So many. So much drama. So yeah. I blocked him. He unmodded me. We got into an argument. And I want you to pay close attention because about a week ago on a panel, this actually came up. And we got into another argument about it. Now, this situation happened probably a month ago now, I want to say. But let me just show you how Greg treats me just normally when I'm hanging out around there. Just to kind of show you why I've been frustrated with him. Because they're trying to make it look like I just spazzed out on him for no reason, out of nowhere. I want to explain my whole stance tonight and then move on.
Full moon is fine.
So
I don't
prep
feel.
for a lot of gregging about. More
I mean, I don't.
gregging the fuck
I
about
feel.
as usual.
Sure, I feel fine. I feel fine, man. Listen. So, no, Clock, you're lying now. You spurged on me and accused me of something. Then you said I was gonna make fun of your trauma. I never did that. And you cried to me to take your revenge because of negs. And then you removed me from Discord, all because I don't even know why. I barely know you, lady. So I don't know what that deal with that was.
Dude, she's a Gemini, and she just be doing shit. You know what
She's
I mean?
a frogman.
She just be doing shit. Hate you one day, love you the next, talk shit about you elsewhere another day. You gotta take her as she is, brother.
Yo, is Ham in the chat, by the way, or no?
A few moments later.
You think you just call people predators? And you think Val is doing some weird shit to you? You think, like, all these people are out to get you? Like, no, Val is just an idiot, but she's not doing half the stuff you're accusing her of doing.
Greg, she's been egreged heavily.
Okay,
she
and
has
so have I. So
traumas.
why is she, it doesn't matter if she's been egreged. I've been egreged too, dude. She's not anyone special. We've all been egreged. Like, who died and made her queen? Yeah, come
Queen
up
of
on panel,
Karma.
Clock.
Queen of Karma, am I right?
Queen of Spades, bruh.
Here she is.
Yo.
Okay, Greg,
Okay.
I called you a predator a month before you modded me.
Why do you
Okay?
sound like Val? Is this Val?
When I was already a moderator in your chat, someone came into your chat trying to start shit, and they were like, Greg, Queen called you a predator and blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
you did call me a
I'm the
predator.
one that sent you the screenshot.
But you
and
called me a
said,
predator. That doesn't
yeah,
change
see,
anything.
this was a
You did call
month
me a
before
predator.
we spoke.
But you still called me a predator without knowing anything about me.
Well, I did watch a deep dive on you. That's what I was watching when I made that statement.
What's the deep dive that led you to think I'm a predator?
It was fresh garbage covering the stuff about your Uber and what you had done on Facebook.
But I never did anything on Uber, and I never done anything on Facebook. So how does that make me a predator? Those are false allegations.
There was women on Facebook speaking out about you, claiming that you had been harassing them.
Never. I was the one getting harassed. I wasn't harassing
that's
anyone.
what I mean. I don't care. That's none of my business.
But you did care because you cared enough to call me a predator.
No,
I was watching the live stream, and I made a comment in the live stream based on what I was seeing before I knew you, right? Before we spoke.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
You then forgave me for this. Hold on.
Yeah,
you
but
forgave me for this.
Because of negs.
No. First
Yeah,
it was how
you
you
said,
treated
"Take my
Pistachio
money,
over John. That's
And then
what
you said
I
I
was
was gonna make
angry
fun of
at you
your
for.
trauma.
I said, how dare you do that to Pistachio? You know damn well
Bro,
what you
why
did.
are you such
Me
a
and
pick-me?
people tried to explain
Squawk.
it to you in chat.
You're
You
like
were
the
rude
biggest
to
pick-me
me and
ever, bro.
Yada
Like, you
and
literally are a
Tasha
lunatic, bro.
and all of us when we were explaining it to you.
Tasha, post-arrangement.
So I got upset at you. And I said, holy fuck, like, it's like talking to a wall. You can't explain anything to this dude. He won't listen. We got a bunch of women telling him
Speak for
why a woman is
yourself,
mad,
bro.
and he won't listen.
You literally lash out on everyone, and you have schizophrenic theories about everyone, dude. Like, you're legit mentally unstable.
What are you talking about?
You think Val is like some kind of fucking alien that SWAT? Like, dude,
What
Val
are you
is just a
talking
retard,
about?
bro.
Val is some freak that's been obsessed with me since 2019,
Okay,
Greg.
you have like Tasha and Val derangement syndrome. Like, holy shit, bro. Just bury
What are
them.
you talking about? She started her channel to attack me, Greg.
Nobody's
That's
attacking
what her
you. I think
channel
you're
started
attacking
for.
yourself. You thought
We're
I
not
was
even
running
talking
chaos
about
on
Val.
Unicorn Girl.
You're not
Stop,
going
bro.
to deflect right now with
I'm
Val.
not deflecting.
This is why
You
I said,
accused
are
me
you
of
going to
running
attack
chaos
me
on
over my
Unicorn Girl.
trauma? Because you get mad at people and then you start pulling out things about them
because you're
that you should
calling me
not
a
be
predator.
throwing
You're
in their
defaming
face,
me.
like you did to Pistachio. And I'm telling you, you not doing that shit to me, boy. I ain't your friend.
It doesn't matter.
I
You're
ain't
an
your
old
wife.
wench.
I'm already
I really
married.
don't give a
I don't
fuck
want your
about
dick
you,
pics.
bro.
I don't give a fuck about your dick or what you've done on
You're
Uber.
like 65. You're
And then I've been
geriatric,
nice
bro.
to you. So why are you on
No,
your
you haven't been nice. You
smack
called me
now?
a predator. That's not nice, bro.
That
Get
was
some help,
before you
lady.
modded me, Greg. Why did you mod me?
Because I
If you were
wanted to
upset
mod
about
you
that.
and you cried about it, bro. Stop with your nonsense. Stop with your strawman arguments, bro. It's kind of cringe.
I want you to pay attention to how I'm being spoken to, how this is just like random him lashing out at me. I didn't say anything wrong. I just said I blocked him on Discord and he unmodded me, and it turned into this. That's all I said this time. Right?
Queen,
You're the
he
one
likes
that's
this,
crying
by the
over
way.
things
He
I said
fucking
months
you're
ago.
crying.
loves this, by the way. Queen of Karma, he loves this, by the way, just so you're aware of that.
No, I don't.
He loves it.
She's an
Loves
old
it.
lady that's just being
Loves
annoying.
it. He fucking
Like,
loves it.
she's a
Greg, I'm
65 plus
40.
community.
I just turned
I don't
40.
care. You sound like an older version of Val, bro. Doesn't matter if you just turned 40, bro.
Okay,
You're
I
acting
don't
like a
care. I'm not
geriatric.
here to try to impress you. I know it
I
makes you
don't,
really upset that
I
I'm a
don't want
woman
you
that
to
doesn't
ever
care
impress
about
me.
what
You're
you
talking about
think.
my dick. Keep my
But
dick.
I just also want to say, like, Val didn't come up. Val wasn't being talked about. I wasn't talking about Val. He is using that to try to upset me. And then when I tell him I don't care, it like makes him more upset. And Pistachio's just sitting there.
Even
I don't
keep the
care.
dick pic out of your mouth, bro. You're just disturbing, bro. Queen of Spades, whatever the fuck you are,
You
bro.
are the one
You're
on here talking
mentally
about me,
unstable,
Greg.
bro.
I haven't
You
talked
need
about
help.
you at all.
It doesn't matter. You spurged in my chat for me to take your wrench, bro.
Yeah, I
Like,
told you to
goddamn.
take my wrench. Because I
Okay,
don't support the way that you were acting.
well, I'm gonna give you that wrench back like Danny DeVito, so you can cry about it some more, right?
Like, oh wow, that shows me.
It does, because MK still hasn't forgiven me, so maybe.
Okay, I'm not MK though. I
But
don't
you're
take
worse than
wrenches
MK.
actually seriously, Greg. I don't give a fuck.
You do give a fuck, to be fair.
Greg, I'm wrenched on channels with like 60
told
to
you he loves
100,000
it.
subscribers.
He loves
I
it.
And you
don't
still
care about
can't-
being wrenched on yours.
But that doesn't mean anything. I was wrenched on a channel that had 200k subs. This is a weird dick measuring
Cool.
contest. Yeah, I know. No one gives a fuck, bro. Queen of Spades.
You were the one that was screaming about me on here and attacking me when I was in the
great. I
chat.
wasn't
Were you
attacking
not?
you. I just said you're a lunatic, and you are a lunatic. You need to get some mental health help, like ASAP.
I have mental health help. How am I?
It's
a
obviously not
lunatic?
working, man. You need a better therapist.
You were
I
on
would
here
log off.
crying about me because I
You're the
called
one
you a
crying
predator.
about me. You called me a predator. Then you said I was gonna make fun of your
Months
trauma,
ago.
which I didn't. So you're trying to make me out to be a bad person. No, dude, you're a flop,
Months
man.
ago.
No. It wasn't months ago, man. You're an absolute joke, man. You're an absolute joke. What's up, hussy?
Hussy.
Eggy, you talk shit about everyone and you're a troll. Stop. I talk shit about everyone, bro. It doesn't matter what you are. You could be trans, you could be a rat. I don't care. Like, you talk shit, you'll get it equally.
No, my point is you're trying to do
What's
to
your
me
point?
what you did to Pistachio.
What did
Where
I do?
when you
What
get
did I
mad
do to
at someone,
Pistachio?
you start pulling out things about
Oh
them
no,
that
I'm
you
not
can
mad
throw
at
at
you. I
them.
just think you're legitimately unstable, and I
Wait,
think you admit to that.
Queen, I removed you because I don't trust you'll shut the fuck up for a minute.
I can't hear
You
anyone.
It doesn't matter. It's for the best. Queen, I hope you can still hear me. What he did to
Oh, I hear you.
Pistachio, what he did
Like, thanks. That's wonderful.
to Pistachio was a two-way street. Some of you might know that you may not have seen it. You may not recognize, but I do realize it was a two-way street. It's not the same at all, Queen. Welcome back.
Yeah, she's bad faith, man. She's 100% bad faith.
Because this isn't a two-way street,
She's
Greg.
arguing in
I'm
bad faith.
not attacking
So,
you.
I have to come in and out.
Greg couldn't hear anybody, Queen. He had to leave and come back.
Sure.
I said Greg had to leave and come back.
Okay. I don't have a problem with Greg. I don't want to be involved in Greg's drama. I just think it's really weird that he keeps bringing that up when he was fine
But
with
you
it.
do want to be involved, though, because you keep talking about me. So you do want to be involved.
Where do I talk about you?
You literally were spurging in the chat about me, dog.
Where?
Wasn't. No, she wasn't.
Everywhere.
What are you talking about?
Bro, she called me a
actually
predator a few months
wasn't.
ago. Then she wanted to do all this bullshit. Like, bro, no.
You're the one that brought it up and throw it at me.
You fucking
You're like
forgave her
Capone
after
2.0,
that and
bro.
wrenched her, man. What?
I'm gonna give her the wrench back.
Okay.
Now.
But you're the one who gave her the wrench after she called you the fucking predator, brother. You're being unfair.
I don't give a fuck. But
You're being
she's
fucking
slandering
unfair,
and
brother.
defaming me.
No, she
I'm
fucking
just very
doesn't.
confused by
Okay,
this
if she called
behavior,
Hussy that,
Greg.
he would have sued her. So you think it's okay to call people predators?
Quack, don't
All
worry.
right, Queen
He's
of
taking
Karma,
out his fucking
you're a
silent
predator.
aggression in
Okay,
your fucking
Queen of
direction,
Karma, you're a
queen.
predator. You're an actual predator. How do you feel?
Okay, why? Can you tell me why?
Because I heard stuff about you on the farms, man. Yeah. What do you guys say about that?
Oh, well, that's a lie.
Nope, it's true.
Well, no, I have every single post that the Farms thinks is me or has ever said about me. And it's
But you
never
have
been that
Farms
I'm a
derangement
predator.
syndrome. No, so so I call you a predator. You think it's unfair. You think it's a lie. So yeah, you called me a predator. And that's not fair at
Okay,
all.
but
So
I
there
called
go.
you a predator based on a stream I was watching, which was
That
presenting
was clearly a
proof
bunch of
you
lies.
doing
She
creepy
made a
things.
snap judgment and you forgave her after already a fucking
It
month
doesn't
later,
matter,
Greg.
dude. She took me
What
she,
the fuck,
she said
dude?
she said I was running gay ops on Unicorn Girl. Dude, this chick is a paranoid schizophrenic.
What are you talking about?
Exactly, Hammy. Exactly.
Now
And
you're
he
just making up
forgave her,
things.
Ham. Do
No,
not
this
coddle
chick
his
is crazy,
bullshit,
bro.
Ham.
I don't know if I can argue with a legit insane person, bro, because she's legit insane. Like, she doesn't understand, man.
She just admitted she made a snap false judgment.
So why
based
did she
on
spurg
what
about
she
me?
heard.
Why does she care about being modded? Because Negs doesn't
She
even know
fucking
who
prefaced with what she saw about the allegations gave
That's
her
not
an
true.
impression, but she has since fucking changed her mind. What the
That
hell?
doesn't
Don't you
address it. I said
understand, Greg?
Negs, not Predator. Oh my god, I'm talking about Negs now, bro.
Yeah, because someone in Negs' chat was coming after me, telling me that I was responsible for you. And I
Okay,
also
so you
mentioned
ignore
that
it.
when I told you
That's
to
it. You
unmod
ignore
me.
it. Okay, so you ignore it. That's it. We fixed it in 2 minutes. Demiro, I don't even know who you are, bro. Stop trolling.
I don't know why you would want me to be a mod, Greg.
'Cause
If
it
you're
pisses
angry
you
at
off.
me for calling you a predator,
I'm not angry at you. I just think you're legit insane.
and then you're gonna spurg about me on
I'm not
Peanut's
spurging. I'm just
stream
logically destroying you. You
if,
can't take the truth.
if I'm in the chat.
Wait, why are you not Queen of Spades anymore, Quack? What happened
Because
to
I
Queen of
didn't
Spades?
want to be. I wanted to change my name. Everyone else
Why
can
don't you
change
cha-
their name 500 times.
Why don't you change your name to Queen of Spurgs?
Because that made my friend Spurg angry, and he felt like he had to change his name when people were calling me that.
Oh, so you were Queen of Spurgs. Okay, that one seems more fitting.
No,
This
that's
bitch
just what
is
people
so
were calling
Jenna.
me. Listen
She's
to what I'm
so
actually
Jenna,
saying.
dude.
Queen of Insanity, right?
Yes, I am the insane one out of all of us.
I mean, a little bit. Let's
You're
be
up there.
serious, a little, but he's
Mhm.
also a fucking problem, Queen.
No. I control, but she's legit unstable, bro. Like, I feel like this lady should log off.
Yes,
Like, I
need
think
to log
YouTube
off.
is not the site for you. I think you belong on, like, Weenie Hud Juniors or something.
Do you know what I do on YouTube, Greg?
You yell at people.
No.
Yes.
Have you ever watched my content?
I've watched one video.
Which was...
I don't know, the one that you said for me to watch. It was like some kind of animated thing about, was it Dark Ninja? I can't remember. It was some kind of song thing. I don't know.
So no, you don't watch
No,
my
I did watch it. I told you I watched one video by you.
Greg, I speak out about scams
I don't
and
hate
cults.
women, Eggy.
I go after cults and scams.
Oh, like you're a cult.
Yeah,
Are
sure.
you Yammy? Wait a second. Are you Yammy? Bro, pay me the fucking 100. I will rent you immediately. You could do a fucking an inquiry with PayPal, idiot. Send the 100 in non-wooden nickelry, brother. I'll rent you for life. Hurry through. Hurry the fuck through. Stop edging my dick, brother. I'm tired.
Dom.
So am I.
Sorry, Quack.
So I watched you for a while and judged again based on what I was seeing with my own two eyes and my personal experience with you, which is
Right.
something that you have yet to do for me. But your
No, I
argument
have.
is that I'm the one that has judged you poorly and been cruel
Yes,
to
you did. You
Okay.
I wouldn't say cruel. You were just insane because I don't
Boo
think you're
hoo.
being cruel. Because if
Boo
you're like a mental
fucking
patient,
hoo.
yeah, you're a mental patient.
Can
You're an
we use
escape
Greg,
mental
I'm a
patient.
social service worker who
She
used to work
was.
in mental health,
She
Greg.
And you
was
I used
became
to work
insane. It
in
doesn't matter.
mental
You think
health.
police officers can't commit crimes? You think doctors can't do
What are you
malpractice?
talking
That doesn't
about?
mean anything if you're a social health worker. That doesn't mean anything. Like what?
I wouldn't have been able
You're
to work
insane.
in mental health if I was insane, Greg.
You know
She
how
was
many therapists are
presumptive.
insane?
She was presumptive.
This is a terrible argument. You know how much social service workers actually are unhinged? That's a bad argument.
It is. They are. He's
I'm just
right.
saying.
On average, they're very bad.
Yeah, look, Quack, you spurg a lot and you get triggered, but that doesn't mean you can project it all on me.
I just come to the conclusion that no matter what I do, that community is just always going to say that I lie about everything and that I'm crazy. What are you talking about? You're the one that was losing it on me when I was in chat.
I wasn't losing it on you. I'm winning. I'm
Yeah,
always winning.
it was you, Greg.
No, it wasn't me.
You.
I called her out because she was saying some stupid shit. I wasn't
Where?
That means
spurging.
it was you. That means it was
That doesn't mean it was
started.
me. It just means I'm telling the
You
truth.
started it, though, is the point.
No, I didn't. I ended it. Hammy said I agree with Greg again, unfortunately. Yeah, Greg wins. Kiss the toast. Yes, kiss, 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 kiss. Greg wins. Undefeated. Like The Undertaker, 15-0.
Okay, but I don't do these stupid little tard wars with people like you and Dark
But you
Ninja
do,
and
though,
zooming
because
stuff.
you do those Star Wars with the diffies.
No, I don't.
You did it with Ninja, too. You do it with all of them. You do the Tard Wars, though.
I
Your
haven't
channel is
covered
about the
Ninja
Tard
in
Wars.
like 4 years. Are you people okay? It's
You've done the
2026.
Tard
It's
Wars.
not
Yeah, you've
2020
done it.
anymore. Get to today. All of you. You're all living in the past.
Who's all of
It's
you?
half my daughter's life has gone by and you're all still living in 6 years ago.
Who's all of you?
You, all of yous that bring up
Why are you
the shit with
speaking
me.
like a fucking, like, you're some kind of Riddler? Why are you speaking in riddles, dude? Just
My
say
God,
what's
I
on your
haven't
mind,
had
man.
drama with any of you in like 5 years, and you all keep
Bro, I've only
spurting
known
out
you for
about
like
drama.
3. I've barely known you. Where did the 5 years come from?
You brought up Val, did you not? She just tried to cover drama
because
from
you
me
keep
from like
Val might be
2021, bro.
Val might be poking you and trolling you, but your theories about Val, as much of a nut job as she
Oh
is,
my
are
God, I
crazy.
don't care about Val.
But you do care about Val because you keep
Where
bringing
are
Val
all my
up in the
videos on
diffie.
Val? When have I gone back and forth with Val? When she
I
first
don't know if you
covered
go
me in
back and forth, but you
2020,
bring up Val
I
and
did
you
3
said the
videos
diffies.
about her. She tried to take my
Greg's
channel
rage
down,
baiting is
so I
crazy.
ignored her ads for 5 years, and it wasn't good enough.
Wait.
Queen.
So you don't care about...
Queen, have you tackled the goat rape issue? I think you should.
Bruh.
The what?
Val does
Goat
raping.
issue?
She rapes
I made
goats.
a meme about it years ago.
Oh, years ago? She's been raping goats for years?
Wait, Quack,
fucked up.
why do you sound like Val a little bit? That's
I
kind of scary.
haven't talked about Val on my channel since like 2021.
You sound like Val minus the speech impediment. Like, are you sure you're not Val and you're just fucking with
my God! Fucking rat penis is fucking sniping, bitch!
Yeah, so there was that. They just go on about the voiceless after that. Yes, because Val has goats, so they, try to meme it or something. I'm not really sure. But anyway, needless to say that Pistachio forgave Greg for the whole outing John thing, as you heard, and so I kind of had to forgive Greg too, right? Apparently. So we all moved on, except Negs. They're still fighting. So Greg starts a GoFundMe, okay? And he's promoting it everywhere. Pistachio's promoting it all over the fucking place, okay? It's everywhere. Gee, her goats are cute. Well, Joe, maybe we should worry about you and the goats. Nags is nags. That's right. You can't do much about that, can you? So this is the GoFundMe. Let's read through it together. Greg's IBS Plumbing Emergency. Yep. So as you can see, there's $121 raised of $1,600 or 1.6K. Okay. Scroll down. So you can see it was started by Greg Lurik. Okay. Remember this name. Remember this amount. And he says, I need assistance to fix an urgent plumbing issue. My outdoor spigot has a major internal leak deep in the pipes in the house and underground. My water has been shut off for safety purposes and can't be turned on until this primary issue is resolved. Since my water is off, I am unable to use the water until this issue is resolved. Thanks. I have crippling IBS. So toilet usage is the utter most important to me personally. Donate if you can. This is an emergency, and I have no idea how expensive the secondary damage is going to be once the plumber gets here and looks at the foundation. This is just the beginning of the cost. I am so overwhelmed. Please help if possible. Okay. So this is the GoFundMe. Hi, Capone. Irritable bowel syndrome GoFundMe. That's right. More like fraud GoFundMe. Build an outhouse. That's right. Crippling IBS and then buys Taco Bell. Also, he's renting. Yeah, well, I don't know. Anyway, at first I thought that this GoFundMe was a joke because it mentions IBS. And there's kind of a running joke about GoFundMes and IBS in this community because of Bad Boy Tragic. And I did a video about his GoFundMe when it has first come out. And I've yelled at him since about his cancer scam. Okay? I have yelled at him since about his cancer scam. He does not have cancer, but he was running a cancer GoFundMe and he has IBS. So I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a reference to that. But no, Greg is actually raising money. And then I was like, well, maybe he does have a problem. Not really like my, my issue. So a few days after I got into the argument, and as soon as I got into that argument with Greg, right, the one that I just played for you, and I'm, dealing with Greg's manosphere nonsense, his random lash outs, and I'm dealing from harassment from Arctic and George. And this starts to affect my channel. So I told Greg what was happening, and he didn't care. So I tried to show him exactly what was going on. How it was bleeding into my channel.
I don't know. Whatever. Fuck them. Clay, the second link is better. So give us a timestamp clock. Look, we're at 35
she
years.
tagged it. She tagged it.
A few moments later.
Arctic dork. That guy's not employed because he's always, everywhere. There's no way that guy has a job. He's, everywhere at once.
4 different accounts because I don't think that you understand what I do here. You've come to tell me that some guy on YouTube's first GoFundMe 3 years ago was a scam. He claimed to be injured, yet he was at the gym. And a day after the supposed accident. Notice how you won't look into that either.
Why would she care about that?
I don't care about a creator on the platform with less than 1,000 subscribers with 10 people that support him.
Okay, that's mean.
That's very, very rude, Quack.
How dare you? You're like acknowledging him as you defend him, but thanks.
Shaking my
I
head,
speak
Queen of Karma.
about cults.
A few moments later.
And just so you know, I talk to a lot of people in a lot of cults on this platform.
How long
A
is
lot
this?
of people would not like to find out.
Yeah, how
Some
longer
of
was the part
people
with
that I like talk to. But I'm going to
How long
explain
is
something
this?
to you. You can't get people.
It's as long as you want it to be, Greggy Poo.
I think that's basically it. Unless she addresses Arctic Wolf in any more parts. I'm not trying to be a dick, but Jessica Meska kind of. I hope minimum 2 hours. Stop. I think Neggy Boy has a message for us, right? Does gay boyfriend have a message, or who is it that has a message for the?
Is that what you want to do next, Greg?
I mean, didn't you say
Is
next?
that what you want to do now? Your wish is my command, brother.
I don't care. It's like he didn't give a fuck, but the problem is, Greggy Poo, is that I cover scams, you see. But because of this video and the way I worded things, I think they assumed I would never talk about his scam. And at that time, I wasn't planning to. I was trying to get along with Greg so he would stop randomly attacking me. But he didn't. Thursday night's panel was 4 hours long. They were rude, interrupting, taking over the panel. Greg told everyone that if they donated, they'd all change the subject. People donated. They did not change the subject. The chat was getting more and more frustrated. I was getting more and more frustrated. And eventually, it broke out into a fight. So I'm going to play that fight for you. Trigger warning, just in case it's necessary. Watch it closely, because what happened afterward is what we're here to talk about. And once again, I'm being painted as the bad guy. And that's always the easiest thing to do on here, especially to me, for some reason. Especially in this community, for some reason. But this time, no. Okay? I've had enough. I have had enough, all right? And it is just not going to happen this time. So here it is in all its glory, and if I feel like I need to pipe in, I will.
Mira,
The whole chat thinks that they're unhelpable, and that
No,
you're going to
Quack,
lose all
wait,
of your supporters.
There's no
I know, but
help.
wait,
It's
Quack,
just
Quack, Quack, Quack.
statistics,
Listen to
man.
me, Quack. You should know me better. You've been watching me a long time. You should know I don't care about any of that. Violet said it best. I do what I do here to entertain myself, and if the audience likes it, that's a nice plus. I do what I please. I do what's important to me. I talk about what I'm interested in. And I mean, you're here too. Clearly, you care a little bit.
Is pretty
Also,
decent for what it's worth. But yeah,
Why are
agree.
you so mad at it? It's just like statistics and like trying to look better. What's like? It's not that deep. Why
Who are
is
you
it such a
talking
big
to on
deal?
that?
Just
It's
know
not
it.
just statistics and trying to look
Dude,
better.
the point is, Denton,
Man,
is that it's deep to y'all, and you have all of this ideology completely backwards, completely fucked up.
Literally the reason why girls are being murdered and trafficked this way.
No, that's cool.
Azria, stop.
That's cool.
No,
Okay.
seriously. Did
'Cause of
Andrew
the
Tate
black
not just
pill,
get
girls are
arrested for
being trafficked?
trafficking little girls?
But he's not black pill. He's not black pill.
Yeah, he is. He's literally the king
he's
of
not.
black pill.
Who?
He is
Oh,
who
he's
all
like
of
a red
the large
pill.
black pill
Andrew
creators
Tate?
look up to. As
Who?
someone
No,
that
he's
also
not.
has studied that
Who?
He's
area.
literally
of the
not.
internet.
He's
Who?
Yeah,
literally
he
not.
is. He's the black pill
Who? Who
god.
are
You're
you
so
talking
dumb.
about? I
You're
missed
so
it.
dumb.
Who?
That's not true.
No,
Hold
that
on,
is
hold on.
literally true.
Who are you guys
And I'm
talking
sorry
about?
that the honesty and the reality of
No,
your
it's not
community
true.
sucks because
Who?
you
Who?
just realized that you're
Am I
looking up
like
to
a
a
No
bunch
one
freak,
of
or
ever,
who are
men
you
no one
talking
that
ever
do
about?
human
respected him. Why would they?
trafficking and
Who's
Why would they
crypto,
respect him?
which is also connected to human trafficking.
Who?
And I'm just
Who?
Clock.
saying,
Clock.
what are the men
My
that you're
God.
looking
She
up
thinks
to?
red pill and
They're
blue
all
pill
just
are the
Are you
strawman.
same
talking
thing.
about?
So
Wait, I'm so
fake
confused.
Clock.
coaches.
Who's trafficking?
Clock.
I
Victim,
tear
Shut up for
apart
a second.
those
trafficking.
coaching men all day
Clock.
long. I do it
You
for
about
Wait,
dating
fun.
Quack, Quack,
coaches?
They
Quack,
cry
listen to me,
like a
Quack.
baby when you
Oh wait,
cover
Quack,
them.
Quack.
I'm so
Arguably,
lost.
Can I
wait,
respond?
arguably, Quack. Wait a second. Arguably, Quack. That's why these conversations with you here present, women present, are so important.
I want you to remember that she says this. Pay very close attention to what goes on here, what is said, how people react.
That's the point of
This is
this.
ridiculous.
That's why I'm willing to do it. They desperately need to hear the perspective of women, different
No,
ones.
we don't need to hear
your
that.
perspective
Yes,
is
you
actually what Andrew
do.
Tate
That
preaches,
Clavicus
just
is
so you know.
trafficking people.
But
No.
if you don't want to hear the perspective of women, then just go fuck
anybody can
men.
traffic anybody.
Can I?
buddy.
Then
Can
go
I
fuck
just?
each
I
other.
wanna.
I can
Well,
tell
I'm gonna
you
be
the sky is
disrespectful.
blue because of fucking lead poisoning, and it doesn't mean it's true. Like,
A few moments later.
Online on Kiwi
I just
Farms
sat here
and
for
on
4
stream.
hours listening to nothing
bro,
but
you think
internet
Oh,
everybody
wait a
is
minute.
brainwash
an op?
Wait a
and
Try to
men
minute.
say
Wait a
everybody's
crying
minute.
about
unicorn,
their
bro.
looks
Wait a minute.
and
Stop this
saying
shit.
we
Wait a
know
minute.
what women want. And then when me, as a
Hold on.
woman, a married woman of over a decade,
Well,
tries to tell you what women
Oh
want,
my
you
goodness.
wow, one
interrupt
woman out of
me,
how many?
tell me
You
that
must
you
speak
don't
for
care,
all the
and then
women.
you
You
go
must be
back to
very
rating
resourceful.
people with
No,
each
but
other
wait, Greg,
and
no
asking
pause.
what
No
each of you
pause.
think
Wait,
is
Quack,
wrong.
Quack, Quack. Let me respond to what Greg just said. Greg just said, you must represent all the women of the world. However, Greg, no. But guess who also doesn't represent all the women in the world? The few that y'all have interacted
few?
with that has set this standard for y'all.
So a lot
It's
of women
all
set this
it's
for other
all
men.
anecdotal. It's
What do you mean it's
all
anecdotal? It's subjective.
anecdotal. It's
Do you
all
think men can just walk
anecdotal.
into the women's
And
bathroom because
there
it's anecdotal?
lies the point.
So I can
That's
walk into the
the
women's
point.
bathroom, right?
That's the
Can I
point,
walk into the women's
Greg.
bathroom? Do I
Um,
get to have
I
sex?
want to make a point. I have a really good point to make. It's actually a zinger too. So Quok said, she said, I actually have a real life and I'm not online all the time. I'm not chronically online. And then 2 sentences
That's
later,
not
she
what I
said,
said.
I've been 2 sentences later, she said, I've been listening to you guys for the past 4 hours. So
I never said I wasn't all online. I said I
King
live
of
in
Queen of
reality in the
Open.
real world and that I don't have internet brain rot.
But you do though. You like have to have
No,
internet
no, I
brain rot
don't.
to
Not
go
like
into the
you at
mind
all.
of scams and cults, right? You do need some kind of brain rot. So if you're accusing us of brain rot, you got to acknowledge that you also have brain rot, whatever that may entail. So you can't be a hypocrite.
yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
You are like
Especially
going
if you
off
think
on like
everybody's
Andrew Tate and
opping
Max.
Can I ask you a
everybody,
serious
everybody's
question? No, Greg,
trafficking.
Greg.
What,
Can I
No,
ask
no,
you a
no,
serious
Greg, what?
question? Greg,
Sure.
why do you get personally offended by this?
I don't get
You-
offended, but if I'm being
you-
called an idiot because somebody said something about
When
some
did she
kind of,
call
like,
you an idiot?
I
she
don't. I
literally
never
called
called
me
you
an
an
idiot
idiot.
like 5
She
minutes
never.
ago.
No,
Oh,
but
you
this
want
is.
to rewind it back? Rewind it back.
Yeah, I don't remember that either, Greg. I
Yeah,
don't,
she
Play it
did.
back.
Oh
She
my
said
god, she
you
has
idiot.
such bad
Play it back.
memories.
She
Play
did,
it
she
back.
Well, I
did, she
mean,
did.
remind.
I'll
Tell me.
clip
I
it.
don't remember her saying that either.
She did.
Greg, when did she call you an idiot and about what?
I'm gonna find it. Hold on.
Man, like what the trash
I
is
love
up with
a
your
man with
memories?
evidence.
Everyone else remembers except the two of you.
Dude, there's a million people talking at once. I didn't hear it.
Well, how come we
honestly.
couldn't remember? We were in the same conversation.
Everybody heard it
understand-
but ye.
Do you
I'm
stop?
literally gonna
Greg.
play it now and make you guys look so fucking stupid. Not like Ganstar and Mandenden, but yeah, I'm gonna find it. It was literally like a few minutes ago.
So me and Quack specifically got it.
Apparently, you guys.
No, Pistachio, you didn't. It was just Quack.
Yeah, Quack said you idiot.
Okay. Yes. No. Let's
In reference
deflect
to
with that.
what?
Was that the flag?
I'm sorry that I made
No, but
such a
that-
good
no, but
point
that's what
earlier
bothered Greg.
that you literally had to deflect the whole conversation. I've
that's
hardly
what bothered
talked on
him.
here this whole time.
I know, but I'm saying that's what bothered Greg.
Yeah,
I
you
was
hardly
interested.
spoke, and you can't remember
I
what you
was-
even said. That's even worse.
I
on
was
your behalf.
interested. I was interested and I was asking because I could tell that Greg was personally offended. I couldn't understand why, but I wanted to know why. And now he's answering that question, is why he's doing this.
Yes, and then you tried to deny what he said, and now he's trying to prove it, and you're saying, why are you talking about this? It doesn't matter.
Who, me?
No.
My point was, even if I called Greg an idiot, what the hell is this? Are we not debating? Like, I spent 4 hours being called names and degraded as a woman. Okay? So just, if you want to watch the whole stream, it's up on Angry Pistachio's channel. It's like 5 hours long. Have fun.
Quack.
Oh. I just didn't hear it.
Yeah, I just think you have a bad memory in general, honestly, from my
No,
experience.
it's
I agree
honestly,
with that assessment.
I have a bad memory? All right.
Yes.
He's mad at me too now, I bet. I've had
All I know is that I was yelling at these two jackasses, and now you're claiming I called you an idiot.
Because you did. Like, well, you still don't believe it?
Wait, Can't. If you have such a great memory, do you remember what it was about?
I can't remember specifically, but it was whatever.
Ooh!
Well,
Gant
I don't know,
doesn't have a
because
good
we
memory.
need to do a whole
hey?
deflection over what I said, because I
Looks
made
like
a really good
Pistachio's
point
not
that
the
they
only
couldn't
one.
Okay,
counter
yeah, I
earlier.
have an idea. I can't remember
Let
the
Craig
exact
on.
sentence
Let
that
Craig on.
caused it.
I'm
Let
waiting
Craig
for
on.
Greg. I'm waiting for Greg to
It was
provide
Greg
his
was
Ladies, this is
explaining
why
his
you should
logic.
never get with a man like these two men down here. Don't ever try to fix men. They cannot be fixed. Once they have taken the black pill or the red pill, just let them rot. Let the male loneliness epidemic stop procreation forever. This species needs to die.
I agree
Okay.
with that last
You
one.
probably feel good
That
about
was
yourself.
wait, let Craig on,
amazing
dude.
statement.
Let Craig on.
Why? So you can be mean to
Very
him, Dan?
brilliant.
Why? So you can try to dominate Craig because he's a sweet, soft man? The
I love
answer is
Craig.
no. Sure you do. He fucking hates you because all you do is be mean to him. All you do
So
is be
you're
fucking mean
protecting
to
him from me.
him.
You're
Dude,
protecting him from
listen.
me.
I'm still
I'm
looking
gonna
for help.
protect anyone I need to protect from your sick fuck ass. I'll do it. I'll rise to that occasion, brother.
That's funny. That's
Because
really
listen, you
funny.
can dominate weaker men, but you can't dominate me. I promise you that.
A few moments later.
Can you give some more examples of weak men?
Wait, I thought we were playing a clip of me calling Greg an idiot.
He's looking for it. He's looking for it.
How long could it have been? It was apparently only a couple minutes ago. Why is it
I
taking
know.
so
I thought he
long?
would have found it too, but give him a chance. You know.
All right, well, I'm waiting about 1 more minute, and then if it's not up, I'm going to assume I never said it.
Okay, you're still denying reality. All good. But anyway, so is that
No,
correct?
sweetie,
coming
remember,
up or
I'm
what?
the one that lives in the real world. You
Okay, so you
watch
you live in the real world, but you don't
manosphere
even know what you're
coaching,
talking about.
idiots, and pay for Looksmaxxing courses
What?
when your personality is shit.
None of us pay for Looksmaxxing courses. We call out the trash. Come on.
I'm still laughing at Jessica's
And I'll just
comment.
say, both of you girls, right? If you were men, you would probably be talking in our defense, okay? Because you're girls, you're defending the other side.
No, can I tell you something? If we were men, we'd be running the fucking world, brother.
Yeah,
That's
right.
a fact.
Below average. Come on, man. You'd
Sure
be doomed.
you would,
My
buddy.
husband has heard some of this, and he thinks that you're fucking gross.
Yeah, because he's probably
He's
a
literally
simp.
like, these two guys are the two biggest losers that you've probably ever talked to on the internet. He's
You wanna
almost
know
mad
why?
at me
Because
for
if it
spending so
weren't for
much
you,
time
he'd be an
on this
incel.
specific live stream today because he thinks you're so disgusting.
Okay, and I guarantee you, if you
And
left
he's
him,
probably
he'd probably
played
be
more women
Alright,
before he
okay,
was with
alright,
me
so are
than
you-
all of you put together.
Okay.
He was
Okay,
a huge
Quack.
All
player.
right, it's
Listen up
Greggy
here, you old
Booster.
fucking decrepit witch. Are you claiming that you didn't say
Oh.
idiot? Is that a claim that you're
Why
making
are we
right
name
now?
calling?
Because you called me a
He's
fucking
upset.
idiot and I have it clipped.
All right, play the fucking clip. You want to be an asshole?
What
I
was
can be an
that? What was
asshole.
that? He's not even manosphere, you idiot. You heard that? Are you deaf?
Manosphere idiots was me calling you, Greg, specifically an idiot.
God, you're so fucking retarded, bro. Like, this wet brain isn't
Greg,
understanding
why are you
how
asking
fucking
for
stupid you are, bro.
$150,000 when you
like
owe
a
that to
fucking
the
puppet
courts for your
machine. You think
pipes?
everybody is opping everybody. You fucking
Oh,
cry
Oh,
because
we're
Neg
gonna
fucking
Why are you doing that,
shoot
Greg? You want to
you're
fucking come
just
at
Dude,
a
me?
perpetual
You want to turn on me
victim.
right
we're
now?
gonna
I can
Bro,
do it
you
too.
shoot
victim,
him
Why
right
did
victim,
through
Pink
the head
Lava
victim,
post
bullshit.
up that you
All you
owe
are is a fucking
that you
professional
owe that
victim in
money
your
to the
wet brain.
courts?
No,
Bro,
no,
your
no,
fucking face
Quack.
owes money to the
Why is it?
fucking courts.
No, no, Quack. We don't
Your
talk
fucking face
about.
owes money for
Quack
We
being
shooting
a
right
don't
fucking
for the
nut.
talk
head.
You have
about.
a
Everyone,
that's
shut
fucking
the fuck up.
mandibles. You
Wait,
have a
Greg, can you
terrible
let me
nose. You
talk
have
for a
terrible eye
second?
area.
no.
So as this was happening, while I was waiting for Greg to look up the timestamp, he's also flipping out in the chat and saying all kinds of disgusting things. And at this point, I'd been putting up with weeks of him lashing out at me about the predator thing, lashing out at me saying that I'm a perpetual victim and I fake my trauma every time that I said something that he just didn't like. And for the most part, I ignored it. But at this point, I was done. Okay? I was like, I know so much about you that I haven't been throwing at you in 2 months. What the fuck?
Why are you
Listen to
so
me,
defensive though? Like,
Greg,
just because he was gonna
Greg.
prove her wrong, and she,
I
I
won't.
don't know what all that stuff's about.
Can
But
y'all
No,
not
I
hear
mean, like,
me?
I
I thought
literally
they were
just
friendly
said I
after
caught
that.
her clip.
Goodbye.
Why? Wait, why
Everyone,
did
shut
Dude,
up,
Gangster
why'd
get
you
kicked?
kick Gangster?
Wait, he was
bro.
on my side. Why did you kick him?
I'm trying to talk right now, is
All right,
why.
I'm out too.
And
Then,
no one will shut up while I do it. Quack, we do not. I don't care what names are being called on this channel, on this panel. We do not talk about real life. We don't talk about doxing. We don't talk about shit that people dox about others' real lives on Kiwi Farms. Doesn't matter what you call who or what they call you. I do not allow that on this channel.
That's funny because I played a clip of a week ago when Greg was calling me a predator, bringing up Kiwi Farms, all this other stuff. And it was fine. It was fine when Greg was doing it to me. Not a word like this. But don't worry, she explains eventually why that's okay.
Ever. So please don't do that, Quack. I'm putting you all back now.
That was crazy though. Quack just came out swinging for the fences for no reason.
And you're against doxing. I don't know why you would do that, Quack. Don't do that.
How did I dox?
But why are you talking about real life shit?
Why am I being called names? And why
listen,
is he
it's not
claiming that me saying the manosphere as a whole being idiots is a personal attack on him, and then trying to say that I said Greg is an idiot?
But I'm saying
when that's not what I said.
No. Listen. Calling
and then
names,
losing it on me after he plays
Quack,
the clip.
wait a second. Wait, Quack.
I have enough people lying on here about me. I don't need this to start.
All right,
so
Quack,
I'll start telling the
listen to
truth
me.
if we're going to start lying on me.
All right, listen to me, Quack. It is not the same to call each other names and then to come.
His name is Greg Lurik, but they call me Quack because of QOK. So instead of saying QOK or just Queen like everyone else does, they call me Quack. Greg started that.
Leverage his real life situation against him. That's insane. We don't do that. Please don't do that.
We don't do that against Greg. It's fine against Queen though when Greg does it.
Call him a name back. You know
but
what
that
I mean?
was kind of funny though, like a little bit. You got
No,
lie.
it wasn't funny. It's not funny to use Greg's fucking court case against him. What the fuck? No, it's never funny, Dendon.
Funny.
No, it isn't funny. It's fucked up.
Where's Greg? Bro, where's Greg and Gangster?
It was also
Gangster's
fucked up
there.
for him to say I was lying about my trauma.
When did he say that?
It's just so, oh my god.
Greg already made a post about Quack. Damn, that was fast.
No, I get it. He's allowed to say whatever he wants to me. And he's allowed to lose his shit on me, but I'm not allowed to do it back because he's your Greggy too. I got it.
No, you're not allowed to dox him, Quack. If he doxed you, I'd be like,
when did I dox him? When did I dox him?
Court case.
When did I dox him?
You're talking about his active
That's not
court
doxing
case.
him. Why are you trying to say I'm doxing him?
You're against the farms, right? You got that information from the farms, a post on the farms.
Court documents, no matter where they are posted, if they can be located on the Philadelphia court site, which you should know that I know how to use, since you know that I research people that scam for a living and criminals for a living, you should know that I would double check that information before mentioning it. You should know that it doesn't matter where it's posted if I can cross-reference it on an actual court site. See, now I feel like I'm talking to the scammers that Danny and I yell at on his channel when they come up and try to tell us that we're not allowed to bring up their SEC case. Or they say, oh, you're doxing our address because they put their scam business as a home address. And I'm like, well, why would you do that? That's stupid on your part. Okay? I hadn't even shared his GoFundMe. I didn't share a thing on the screen. All I said was a dollar amount that he owed. Is it a lie? Well, by the end of this, I guess you'll know. No, actually, I got that information from Dark Ninja.
Who got it from the farms? Pink Lava posted it.
I don't know where he got it from.
You just said it earlier. You do know. Check the tape, bro. You're the one who mentioned Pink Lava.
Yeah, probably.
All right. So, I'm saying don't do that, man. You're against doxing. Why would you do that? He called you a name. Call him one back.
I can't even call the community he's in an idiotic community without him flipping.
I mean, you can, but don't, you know what I mean? That's a weird, terrible, fucking non-equal
No, I'm just meeting
response.
him with the same energy everyone meets
That
me
is
on
not the same energy.
I'm not allowed to get mad at anyone without them doxing my whole life.
Okay, well, Greg never did that to you, and I don't
know if
he
he's
would.
going to after this. He kind of did, though, as I showed at the beginning of this. I'm just saying, when he start bringing up random drama from several years ago and trauma and stuff to come at me, what is that, Pistachio?
Would never do that. Why would he do that?
I know.
I don't know about that, but
This is just a disagreement amongst adults.
So Greg would never dox someone he gets into an argument with. I want you to also remember that I'm told that on this live stream, because I'm going to also prove that wrong by the end of this. I also want you to remember, Greg and Pistachio, that you came at me for 48 hours straight before I decided to do this. All you had to do is apologize for overreacting and accusing me of doxing when I didn't. Because I know what you're doing with this dog whistle.
It doesn't need to go there
you dox
ever,
all
dude.
the time, Pistachio. You dox
He's
all the
literally in
time,
the chat going,
Pistachio.
you can't use trauma to make you a victim.
You're always trying to show people's photos to people. You're always
So
trying
if you're
to
going to
like
try
sell
to say
DMs,
real cruel things to me,
linking
to
DMs.
try to hurt my feelings, I'm going to come back with you with something less cruel. That's the truth.
Should we go and look at the post he made? Did he really make a post?
Yeah, let's see it. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Did he actually?
Record.
Fucking Greggy Poo, dude. On which channel? His main one? Let's check. No, he didn't. You guys are lying. Who said it? Boobies? They're fucking lying. He didn't make a post. Let's call him. You want to call him?
Oh, my goodness.
What did you say to me, Daniel? Do you want me to answer it while I call
Good.
him?
I hope Negs fucking swats your whole house.
Oh God, Quack.
Oh my lord.
Reel it in.
Reel it in. In the chat, he's literally telling me he's gonna call CPS on me.
That was funny.
Your call has been.
Ah. Uh-oh, boys.
Oh, come on, Greg. Don't be so
Greg's
sensitive.
upset. Stop. He's not sensitive. He's upset. Dude, that's fucked up what she did, Quack. That was fucked up. Genuinely was fucked
Don't
up.
lie on me. I'll tell the truth about you.
But I mean, come on. What do you mean lying? Dude, that is not what happened here at all, man. You were just really fucked up to him for no. Oh, wait, Greg, come back up. I just called you. Quack, what you did was fucked up. You're against digging into doxes. How would you feel if you had been doxed?
Literally, people do that to me all the time.
Okay, but Greg never
But
did.
you
You don't get to hold Greg
don't.
accountable for the acts of others, man. Greg's been real sweet to you this whole time.
Let fucking
Has he?
Greg on.
Has he
Oh, he's
though?
He's back.
Yes.
Finally, dude. All
Let
right, let me
Craig on.
logically
Let
destroy
Craig
you.
on. Let Craig on.
First thing he did when he just got mad at me just
No,
now
you're
was
a
bring up that my
retard, number
trauma
one.
is
You
real.
thought I was trying to run an op on Unicorn.
Pull the
Bro.
negs
Suicide.
on
Number
me.
two. Number three, you're a perpetual fucking victim, dude. Like,
There
some
it is.
fucking guy
There's
that
the
made you
pulling
victim,
negs
bro.
on me.
You're like a stupid
So
bitch.
you're
Not only
allowed
do
to
you
say
look like
that
a
shit
fucking
to me, but I
whore,
can't ask
but
you. Now, the reason why I say this is because when Negs has covered them, he has brought me up and gone off about me being a perpetual victim. Greg stuck up for me. And he brings that up a lot. He brings up like, oh, Negs went after Queen of Karma about her trauma as a got you on Negs. But while he's been doing that the whole time, he's been doing it to me in his chat off and on himself. And this is the first time I've been able to say anything about it. Why you're asking for the same money for your GoFundMe as what you owe.
If you stopped acting like a stupid fucking cunt. Did you ever think about that? I don't think you did, because you don't use your fucking brain. You only listen to yourself, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm glad you can agree that.
Yeah, I don't listen to.
I know you don't. You have dick in your.
Incel.
You have your husband's micro in each ear. I know.
Can we simmer
And now
it
you're
down?
losing it on my husband, who's not even in this at all.
No, your husband.
Do you want your fucking case blasted? Because I ain't close enough to anyone here to fucking care.
Bro, your husband has to deal with your stupid ass every single night. I feel bad.
We
for
want to
him.
hear it.
They're the same. They both have the same issues as
the
each
husband's
other.
mentally ill too. Okay, good.
Both Greg and
Well, you
Quack
gotta
both
do it
have the
really
same
fast. You gotta do it really
issues.
fast.
Go get off
They
the
both
stream and
have
go kiss your husband.
issues, and they're taking it
And
out
I feel
on
bad
each
for your child too,
other.
because you're being raised by men.
Now you're bringing up my child.
Yeah, I did. What you gonna do about it? I just did it. What are you gonna do about it?
Well, it's Pistachio. How
I
come
said
you're
I
not
feel
telling
bad
him to
for your
stop
child.
bringing up my real life?
Okay.
Well, any
Because I'm
thoughts?
screaming,
so
I
like,
can't hear what he's
what did
saying.
you
What did he
think was
say
gonna
about
Oh,
be?
She
that's
calls
not
him
You think it was
sweet.
gonna be nice to you?
so convenient.
Well,
It is
she calls
convenient.
him
Dude,
really
just
sweet.
listen,
What are your thoughts on
These
that?
guys have
Clark?
been up here talking shit
calls
on
him
women
sweet.
for 4 hours.
Bro,
And they
haven't
literally
been
had a
talking shit
fucking
on women. You've
meltdown
been
because I called the
disingenuous
manosphere
How
idiot.
did I have a meltdown?
Go do a 10-hour stream on a fucking cult. That's
You
just
claim you're not in the manosphere, Greg.
Go do no. My name is Queen.
And now you are. When do I do 10-hour streams? Where are my 10-hour
Dude,
streams?
Good.
I can't
Go.
with these
But that's the
fling
thing
your
is that
bean to
Greg's
the
gone
fucking,
personal on me
go
several
talk about
times
Scooby-Doo.
when he's
Has
gotten
he?
mad at me. This
Has
is the
he, though?
first
Yeah.
time
good.
I have
No,
ever. Has he? Oh my God, has he? Like, you haven't been there. gone
and then I get
personal
attacked.
back,
Good, I'm happy.
and I'm the one that's in trouble.
I know, but I'm
Because
saying,
that's
wait a
how
second.
it
No,
goes
let me
on
tell you
here.
something
We
though.
know.
That's
Wait,
how
wait,
it goes.
Quack.
She never yelled at Greg in the past for going personal on me. I got
didn't
in trouble.
know.
You've
I
been
didn't
attacked
know.
I
How
got
did he
in
go
trouble
personal
for
on
it the
you?
last time
How
too.
did he?
And now
Wait, no,
the first thing he
how?
does is bring up my trauma when I piss him off, and then when I go personal in
Nope.
response, I'm the bad guy. After I just listened to
Thank you,
these
Lumpy
guys up
Space.
here
Thank
tearing
you.
apart
What does that
women
even
for
mean,
4
dude?
I
hours.
haven't said anything bad about women. I just said something bad about you, and it's not because you're a
This
woman.
whole
It's 'cause you're a
panel has
stupid
been
bitch.
bad shit said about women.
That's all I fucking hear when you talk. You're worse than Dove Kitty. Go
Can
do
I
your little
talk for
fucking
a
posters.
second?
You're running up on Unicorn Girl.
Listen.
She knows.
Quack.
This
What
guy's
did
gonna
he?
make you lose
You're gonna
everyone,
feel my
Pistachio.
fucking
Is that what
wrath.
you
I don't give
want?
a fuck.
Quack, this is
I
so
don't give
crazy
a
to say to me, dude. What do you even mean by
This
this?
is crazy to let you talk to someone like this that supported you for 5 years.
But wait a second, Greg, can you stop monkey noises
This
in the
is
background?
literally you meet this guy for a few months, and then you literally throw your actual friends under the bus.
Wait a minute,
Good job, Pistachio. Great job. No, you know what? You really showed everyone how great of a friend you are. Maybe this is why Kiki and Belinda aren't talking to you anymore, girl.
Listen to me, please.
Belinda wins.
Okay, wait. Can you please stop for a second? So Quack, first of all, I hope she's still listening. He can't hear this whole time?
Oh wait, I hear you now. I'm sorry. No, I hear you.
Greg, stop talking for a minute.
Can you hear me?
please.
Can you guys hear me?
I'm gonna throw you if you don't
Can
shut
you all
up.
hear me?
I can only hear you.
I'm gonna throw you, Dundon. Everyone shut up.
Oh,
So
sorry, I can't
I
stop
would need to respond to what Quack just said. Quack, you've been watching me one directionally for years. Yes. I've been kind to you, but we are not friends, girlfriend. I've been nice to you, but you, like I said to Greg, you turn on me every other Sunday and have for years.
I literally have no clue what she's talking about. She keeps saying this like I'm supposed to know what she's talking about. I have no clue what she's talking about. This is the most I've ever spoken to her, the most I've ever hung out. I would pop into a stream here and there and like hang out, but up until this happened, I had never written a community tab post about her. Like, I don't know where she's getting that I go off on her at all. Well, I'm just not here every single time you stream supporting everything for the last 5 years, I guess, or I don't know. It's just so weird because I'm like, what? Like, we don't have an actual relationship, right?
No, we're not friends. Me and Greg are. You know what I mean? And you came and you fucking used real life information found from a docs.
Allegedly,
you tried to leverage that. You tried to leverage real world information. Quack.
That's if that's true or not. So Greg has been denying that any of the stuff that I said is even true.
And listen, again, I'm sorry, Quack, you should know best. If you've watched me for as long as you have, I do not capitulate to this crowd or any other. Ever. Just because you watch me one directional, just because you watch me one directionally, it does not mean we are friends. I'm sorry. Me and Greg actually are friends, though. He's going to get a different level of treatment, just like Belinda and Gaining Ground did. And Quack, we could be friends if you didn't do shit like this and turn on me every other Sunday for no reason. I don't dox on my panel. That's the bridge too far for you.
It's true, right?
Like, I'm not the psycho here, honey. We're not going to pretend I am either. I still like you. You come back tomorrow with a better fucking attitude. We could do this all again. You can do this all
I
again.
That's crazy.
I
That's
just think
crazy.
it's
She wants
crazy just
unmodded.
because I
I
said
was the
that she
master
said
of that
something,
whole
she said she
situation.
didn't, and then we went at it, and then she just decides to just go crazy. The only reason why I brought up CPS was obviously to make her mad, and the only thing I brought up her child is because I said I feel bad for her
What the
child.
fuck?
I mean, say
Do you guys
call me a
hear
bad
that?
person for saying I feel bad
Yeah,
that
what?
the child is being raised by fucking Wicked Witch of the East, and I feel bad for the husband.
He
And
sounds
if the
like he's
husband's just
turning
as
into
mentally
like
ill
a
as her,
Disney
then
channel.
goddamn, that is a fucked up family.
What
Respectfully,
is
not respectfully. This is as nice as I could phrase it. I don't know how else.
What is that?
Real funny. So, this is one of the comments that he left. There was a bunch of comments, but like if we went through them, we would be here for 7 hours. But this is the one that he left that I was like, what the fuck, dude? CPS soon. Nags wins. I don't know if Nags would support CPS. I don't know. Probably, though. I have no clue. I don't know what anyone supports over here anymore. Nobody makes sense to me.
Good for me, right?
The whole chat thing. So, there was that. Now, before we go on to react to today's videos, because yes, there were videos today, I want to show you a few things. First, I want to say I did not dox anybody. Greg Lurik is his real legal name. This is his channel and his handle. To be fair, Nags can't spell CPS. So, there isn't really a way in that community, I am told, and I've been told this since I was doxxed and had all my personal information and my SA outed. So, I was told that if you come on here in your full name, too bad for you. People are allowed to dig up whatever they want on you, and they are allowed to use it against you. Just like Val and all of the people did in videos about me. It's not like people haven't been doing videos on me. So this is not a dox, according to that community's standards. Right? Okay? The second that stream was over, this post went up on Greg Chadlight Backup Channel, which is Greg's other channel. And as you can see, yeah, he only has 778 subs. And that's why I was honestly like, I wouldn't really cover this person because they're so small, but they really want clout off of me. So let's give it to them. So, he says, Queen of Spades, Queen of Mental Seldom, is not only low IQ, but a massive problem on YouTube. Imagine thinking this mental cell knows anything some 45-year-old weirdo reject who has a terrible mental health and allegedly some trauma, in quotations, of course. Maybe if you stop of the accusations and attacking everyone, people would actually like you. You are slandering and defaming me. This is a warning to stop. If you don't stop, then I will take the appropriate steps to protect myself and those involved. Get offline and stop being a schizo. You cry about everything and Val and the Diffies, but you're no better than the people, in quotations. Not sure why, because I don't dehumanize anyone. But the people you accuse of my GoFundMe is a scam and then don't donate. It's not simply as that. And clearly the appropriate actions will be taken. They lied about me going to jail in November, December, etc. LMFAO. Nothing is what the criminals, hypocrites, claim about me. No better than Capone, Dre, and Sage. I thought when Arctic told you to expose, also in quotations, I'm starting to think he doesn't really know how to use the quotations. That's the only time he used them correctly, to me anyway. To expose me, you said you won't, but now all of a sudden it's a scam. Who said my name is doxing? My other personal information is, which I didn't bring up. What other person? Wait, what? What? You're lying about me just like you lied about people that attacked you and allegedly called CPS. That's if they did. That's what allegedly means, Greg. And the claims you claim about me aren't simply true anyways. This is your first and final warning. Stop mentioning me or I will take legal action. Get in line, Greg. Get offline, sub-5 wench. Be careful of this doxing, harassing weirdo. She lies about everything. Still waiting for these proof of my lies about everything. Still waiting. A little bit after that, I started receiving these comments from several different accounts, one of them being Arctic Says the Truth. Greg and Mandenden verbally destroyed you and your husband is a loser himself. He has low standards putting up with you, but then again, you are probably the best he could. And it's weird because I thought Arctic didn't like Greg. So what are we doing? Are they trolling together? Like what is this? Now Greg's one. Or this is Greg in a fake account. We'll never know. But then he goes on his channel, right? And he says, Queen of Spades, Queen of Spurgs is a mentally ill and sick victim playing wench. Kindly please stay away from her and make sure she doesn't enter your panels or chats. This one is just as bad as Dre, Marie, or Sage, aka Ethos 1. Greg Army wins, hold the L. You're reminding me of Tragic and Dark Ninja. Good job. He needs his tiny dinger diapers changed. He does. With a haircut like that, he has zero room to talk. Gee, they don't know Redbeard. That's right. Then there was this one. Negs is a doxer and harasser, currently lying and continuing his court case. So he's been trying to snuggle up to Sam and Yaba, especially over the last few days, which has been really frustrating for me to watch as well, because this is a frivolous charge that they're giving him, in my opinion. They harassed him in his house far more than he ever did anything to them, in my opinion, and based on the proof I have. And so I just don't like that. I don't like that, and I don't know why Pistachio isn't like clocking that and thinking it's weird. I don't know, maybe they're bodega now. Who knows? But then he goes on to say, Queen of Trauma is also another liar who lies about many things and has schizophrenic episodes. Nobody should believe anything she says. She needs psychiatric help and needs to stay far away from YouTube. She's a chronic victim, exactly like Negs and Maxie. Like, okay, cool. Thanks for letting us all know. I just want to show you this. So this is him posting up Negs's name along with Negs's court stuff. So where do you think this information came from, Pistachio? It's from the farms. So Greg is allowed to do whatever he wants and use whatever he wants from wherever he wants to attack whoever he wants. And when those people stick up for themselves, they're the ones in the wrong because they're attacking your Greggy poo. Okay? So I just had to show this Because she seems to think, Pistachio, seems to think that showing court documents is doxing. And you don't do that in your community, right, Pistachio? So what the fuck is this? The hypocrisy is exhausting, and it hurts my brain and makes my autism want to re at everyone. So, if it's okay for you to do, Greg, I want you to remember that when I get out the next slideshow. This is another one that he did. This one is from today. And as you can see, attached is a video. And it says, "Leave us alone, wench!" Because, you know, we're upsetty spaghetti. All right? Now, while all this was going on, I'm going to be completely 100% transparent. Because unlike these people, I am transparent and have ethics and integrity. Snuggling up to Salmon Yabba, he's going to need a bigger boat. Right. Tiny Digger Pacifier. That should be our next one, Joe. And we'll put Greg in the commercial. Alrighty? So, since Greg had been attacking me for like, I woke up in the afternoon yesterday, and I basically had a bunch of posts from Greg and comments from whatever accounts, right? You get what I mean? And so basically, I was like, that's enough. And I started to write Pistachio on my community tab. And here's the funny thing. Everybody always wants to make it in a community tab post until they actually make it in one. Don't y'all? Y'all chase me around the internet, trying to poke and prod at me, trying to opt me constantly with people like Dark Ninja and Swan Kelly and whoever else. And then when you literally will be like, "What, Queen, you gonna go make a community tab post about us?" But when I make one, y'all get hella upset. It's weird. Do you want them or not? So, I wrote her, and I'm going to show you everything I said, okay, and why it's important. So, I said, "Angry Pistachio, let's be clear about what actually happened last night. A while ago, Greg got angry at MK and doxed her mother on his community tab. A completely innocent person. Several of us asked him to take it down on your panel, and he refused. You were there. You said nothing. You've claimed you're against doxing, but when it happened right in front of you, you didn't speak up." This is it right here. It was about 3 weeks ago, and he posted up, "Hey, Danny DeVito, what happened?" And posted up a picture of MK's mother because he's beefing with MK. So that's apparently fine according to Pistachio, right? Then last night, after Greg made a personal attack on me, which you ignored, I referenced public court records. Records tied to the full legal name Greg uses openly on YouTube. Those records show he owes the court the exact amount he's asking for in his GoFundMe, where he claims he needs money for a home repair. I asked why the numbers matched. That's a legitimate question, not doxing. I didn't show the documents. I didn't reveal private information. I didn't expose anything he hadn't already made public himself. Yet you accused me of doxing while ignoring the actual doxing Greg committed. Allegedly also towards nags on his community tab, as I just showed you too. If you're going to claim moral standards, apply them consistently. I don't give a fuck if someone's your friend. You're a shit friend if you don't tell your friend when they're being stupid. And quite frankly, if you have a friend that can't stop doxing and being stupid, why are you still friends? Because I don't like that behavior. So if someone around me is doing that constantly, I don't want to be around them. Why do you want to? That's the question I pose. All right? If your panel is pushing a story to raise money for Greg's court issues, people have every right to question it, especially when evidence is circulating that the 7-Eleven story may not be true. I promoted his GoFundMe on your panel because I trusted you, and now I'm being told that trust may have been misplaced. I know, stupid me. I know. You can yell at me for it later, all of you. I'm sure you will. And one more thing. Greg wants praise for sticking up for me when Negs attacks me over my trauma. But the second Greg is upset with me, he goes straight to, you want to play victim, and compares me to Unicorn Girl, someone he also claims to be friends with. The hypocrisy is exhausting. I used to watch you because I thought you called it out, lady. You said last night that we could be friends, but that's not possible. You showed clearly that you protect your own interests first and stay silent when real harm is done to others. That's not friendship and it's not integrity. So no, we will never be friends. Take care. Okay? And then I provided some images and we'll get to them, don't worry. So here I'm just being a bitch because then they do a live stream, okay? And nothing is said. No apologies, no nothing about it at all. And so I'm kind of like, what the hell? But the entire time they're sharing his GoFundMe link. And I just want to remind you that his GoFundMe, it has the docs on it. Okay? So I said, you better stop sharing Greg's GoFundMe link. Not only because it's a scam, but because you're doxing him by sharing it more than I was doxing him for asking a question about his public court records without showing them on the screen. Can you explain why it's okay for you to dox out his name in your chat several times, but then I cannot ask a question? His full name is in his YouTube channel, so are you going to make him change his YouTube name, or is it like that so you can falsely accuse people of doxing as a dog whistle to get them attacked by your community? You're asking for your audience to donate money to Greg for this, $1,600, despite him owing the same amount, but a bit less since GoFundMe takes a percentage to the courts, correct? Now, I would have just left last night and not continued, but your buddy and his friends have been harassing me all over my channel ever since. Control your men. After all, that's what you want them there for, right? You only like to be surrounded by people you can control. And I showed it right there. And there's the amount. And there's something we'll get to in a minute. So it just kept going. And at this point, I'm like, fuck you guys. Like, seriously, if you're going to be in a bunch of fake counts yelling at me and stuff, what is that? I got my wrench taken because I hid David Anthony and Unicorn Girl snitched on me. Oh no. I swear doxing has become redefined to the point of automatically being dismissed whenever people bring it up. It hurts the real victims while allowing fake victims to get the attention. Exactly. Well, now it is expected to happen at any moment. You kind of prepare. Yeah. It's true. So I started thinking maybe Pistachio doesn't realize that he's doing all these community tab posts on 2 accounts. I don't know, okay? So I decided to let her know. I let her know this morning. Is that his face? Perfect for a pacifier. Don't worry, we'll get there. So I said, Angry Pistachio, if I were you, I'd rein in your attack dog. And while you're at it, you might want to apologize for accusing me of doxing when your buddy is running around on 2 accounts under his full legal name, melting down at me publicly. If you're going to launch a slander campaign, at least tell him to change his usernames first. Just a suggestion, jeez. You wanted a fight over nothing, and now you've got one. I warned you people were bringing this to me. And you treated my integrity like a joke. Now you've learned I don't play about that. It isn't my fault you two decided to cozy up to someone who covers scams while trying to run one on your own audience. That's on you. Shame on you for lying to people who trusted you. You'll be known for that now, not because of me, but because of Greg Lurik. Oh, is that a dox too? All you had to do yesterday was apologize for coming at me for no reason and trying to dog whistle to your audience that I was doxing, even though you never cared when Greg was doxing people all over his community tab. Hypocrisy at its finest. And tell Greg he can stop wishing I was Sage. I begged you not to send me his D picture, and thank God you didn't. Nobody wants to see that except you and Sage. And I posted up his account with the proof it's in his name with the posts that he made. Okay? So I wanted to be transparent and show you that yes, I did write some community tab posts about this. All right? In response. In the immortal words of Medicare, just don't. Exactly. So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to react to the video that Greg posted about me. And then we're going to get into who is Greg Lurik. Really? But you get to meet him by video first.
Yo, what's up, guys? Fair, tallest, most handsome, strongest, Chad-like Greg Godric here, okay? Reporting to ye live. Thank you to all my donators and haters. Much love. Anyways, here's what's going to happen. Here's the situation at hand. So this is a message to Queen of Dogma, Spurgma, Copma, Trauma, whatever that entails. No, that's not me making fun of your trauma. It's me saying that you are not a reputable source. You tend to lie and over-exaggerate and just like defame individuals like you're defaming me. So that, do whatever you want with this information that I'm putting out there. And I am just warning you to stop slandering, defaming me, and this little thing. Anyways, yes, there's a lot of like slander and defamation and harassment in my direction. Ronnie P, Corbin, I'm looking at you. Negs, looking at you. Stop. Immediately stop. I am warning you because you have an active case off YouTube of criminal felony level 6 stalking harassment, okay? An actual case, not what they lie about me saying I'm going to jail, blah, 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 blah. No. You have an actual criminal case, and the judge told you to log off. Right. They told you to step away from the internet, and you just can't. Do you think if DC Media was around, she would be happy with your behavior? Because we know you treated her like absolute garbage. That's most likely what happened. Actually, I think you opened up about that at one point. Anyways, nothing.
So, DC Media Girl was another reactor in Girl World, if you don't know. And her and Negs were together for about 3 years, live-in boyfriend and girlfriend. And she passed away in October. And so even here, he's using trauma against someone. So it's not weird that I'm like, no, this guy actually does use trauma against people too, though. Hello?
Point is, you're a disgusting individual. And you need to stop harassing people, me included, and stop lying, slandering, and defaming me. Continuing to spread this will result in legal consequences. That is my warning. I don't care if you do this, do that. Yeah, stop doxing, stop slandering, and stop harassing. And then no moving the goalpost with what you think. Okay. What you think doxing is, what you think it isn't, okay? Pistachio and I have warned you. We have warned Queen of Spurgma as well to stop doing this. And this is just like the final warning. I have warned many people, many men, many women I have warned. But here's the issue, okay? And this is the situation at hand, is I don't understand.
Here is the issue. You are logged on here in your full name. You actively go back and forth with the people who accuse you of this. They actively harass anyone that they see modded or in your chat over it. Eventually, somebody was going to look it up. Okay? That's kind of your fault. And the fact that you never cared, other than to make it all about you and just cry on your live stream every day about how all these people are attacking you. You could say, also playing a perpetual victim, right? Just goes to show, like, you don't care about your community, but they're fine to donate money to your GoFundMe. Right? That's all you want them for. And to me, that makes you a grifter.
Common, like, I don't know, this is common practice. You must understand common sense. Because when I'm telling you about these things, you have to understand. So, when you don't understand, it's problematic. But, here's what happens, okay? So, I'm sure your prosecutor or your judge would be delighted to know that you're engaging in this criminal harassment, which is the same thing you're being charged with. Funny. And that's not me saying I'm going IRL. Like I said, if I ever have to take things, I solve them legally in a court of law. And this is a message for Queen of Spurgma, the scamming, lying, whistleblowing, boy, girl, whatever, horse face who cried wolf.
Oh, now I'm a scammer. Interesting turn of events, huh? Hey, Nav, good to see you. Maybe you should stop being a little bitch. Agreed. Another lonely weekend for the Chad Light Greg Lurik. That's right. Poor dude.
I don't want any interactions with you. Furthermore, this is a warning, and I blocked you on Discord. I do not want to engage with you. Stop messaging Chad Light. He doesn't want to talk to you. You're not my type. I'm not interested. And that's it. I don't know. You have a husband. Go stop. Like, if you were my wife, which you never would be, I'd be like, yo, log off the internet. Stop. Immediately. Stop.
My husband supports this live stream. He was like, go get him, babe. But also interesting. Because I hadn't even commented to him once. So I'm over here like, dude, you're the one writing me right now. I'm writing Pistachio.
This nonsense, whatever this is, whatever this entails, you know?
Well, Nev, you'll have to watch it from the beginning. Just a lot of bullshit drama.
Right? You would never be lucky enough to receive my ding-dong picture. Immediately, no. I don't send them around, okay? I've never sent it to Potato. I send them to a lot in GW, but I don't just send them to just anyone. I haven't sent them to AJ. I haven't sent them to any of them. You know, so like, stop it. Freaking stop it. Don't care. You are old, decrepit, wench, not my type, weird. Yeah, man, I don't know what to tell you.
I didn't want your D-pic. I made that very clear several times. Because Pistachio is trying to send it around.
Do not know what to tell you. That being said, this is a final warning for all. Stop it. And if you think my GoFundMe, which is a legitimate cause, if you think it's a scam, don't donate. You lied, Queen of Spurgma. Because this is what I'm going to say, and this is what I'm going to say right here, right now to you. And you're not going to like it. You're going to spurg, you're going to cope, and you're going to sieve. And I'm going to make sure you get exposed. Okay?
Okay. All right, Greg. You expose me.
So, first of all, Arctic Wolf is lying, slandering, defaming me. He's claiming my GoFundMes were scams, which they weren't. He's lied about me. claiming this, that, and the third, which is not true. He's lied about me.
Whenever someone says final warning, I think of that other incel Monty and that awful song he did, because I also covered that. Check that out if you haven't.
Continue to lie about me. Arctic Wolf told you to look into me, allegedly. You said, no, I'm not going to call out Greg. Now, people like you, who are schizophrenic, mentally unstable, they can't be trusted, right? We already know you're a lube. And that being said, you probably lie about these other MLMs and scams. Sure, there might be some real ones, but you lie about a lot. Because you're a known liar. You lie about Val. You lie about all this other stuff. You can't be trusted. You just cannot be trusted. That's what it seems like. But
the amount of time and effort that all these people have put into trying to stop me from speaking out about things that had nothing to do with their community is actually ridiculous.
With that being said, you need to understand where you are coming from with this stuff. Like, because at the end of the day, and this is just how it is, you don't make any sense. You lie, you slander, you defame. Arctic Wolf lies too. You said you weren't going to look into me, but then you claimed that allegedly this supposed real criminal situation, which is not real, by the way, they said I was going to be in jail in November. Then they said it was like December and January, and I'm still not in jail. So what's going on? They said I was in house arrest, I'm on house arrest, clearly out of the house now.
And we all know here on my channel that just because someone doesn't go to jail, that obviously means that they're innocent. Right, everyone? Oh, no, wait, that's bullshit.
So they keep lying about me, keep slandering and defaming me. So Arctic Wolf is a liar, you're a liar. You contradicted yourself, you just got buried, get owned, and leave Pistachio alone. Because this is the final warning. If you continue slandering and defaming me and lying about me, I will seek legal consequences. And that's the bottom line, because Greg Godric said so. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, guys. Check out my live streams. I'll be streaming later tonight. So, yeah. But, yeah. Until next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Jesus. So, there was that. You know, that's his final warning. But that really wasn't it. Because since he wanted to act like I had been commenting to him, I decided that that's when I would leave a comment to him directly. Why not, you know? So, here it is. Here it is here. I said, because as this video's going up, Pistachio is also doing a live stream, which we will react to soon. As soon as I'm done this. What's with the stupid voices he does? I know, it's so annoying. He thinks he's like mocking, and I'm like, I feel like I'm arguing with my 12-year-old right now. Like, what is happening? You're 30. If you had an innie like him when you send fake pics. So, I said, oh wow, you and Pistachio really want me to respond, huh? You won't like it, Greg. I am not like these other reactors. I come with class, receipts, calmness, and sass. You sure you can take this? I called you an idiot allegedly Thursday night, and you had a whole meltdown, so you might want to go pick up some extra meds. Because, you know, we always bring up that I'm on meds. So he says, you were caught lying again. You're our spurging an obsessed mentally ill witch. There's no class, it's just you spurging and lying. And you have no receipts because, again, you're just pretending to be the victim. Sounds like a projection. Unlike you, I don't need a 5150 in meds. I'm in Canada, idiot. Keep spurging, Val Ninja Tragic. Own your life, Queen of Trauma. Can you give me a cha-cha? You know, just cha-cha. Can you do that for me on your next stream, Greg? Thank you. Queen of Spurgma. Dummy, notice how you didn't address any of my points. And I was like, that's a good point, Greg. You're right. Because I was hoping that you and Pistachio would sleep on it. And then you would be like, you know what? Even if she called me an idiot, like, I really did overreact, you know? And then grow up and come around. But you didn't do that. And so since you told me that I have to come with the receipts, I decided to come with the receipts this time. Who is Greg Lurik? Who is this guy, though? Who is he really? Not who is he pretending to be here on YouTube. If you want in future, we could laugh at some of his Looksmaxxing and weird videos. Not much interesting there, though. He just spurgs at people he doesn't like, but... Who is Greg Lurik? Let's take a little look, shall we? This is Greg. This is him here. This is what he looks like. This is all public information. All publicly accessible. Or maybe this is Greg. And this is what he looks like. It depends on the day, I guess. Or maybe this is Greg. And this is him. Who knows? But he has been called out on many Philadelphia dating sites on Facebook for having multiple accounts on Facebook, which I'm like, okay, I don't really care about that though. I mean, unless he's doing bad things in them, right? And then also for having multiple accounts on Match and other dating apps. So there is this post from August 4th, 2023 from Stephanie Murray. You can go look it up. Go on Facebook, look up Greg Lurik. It will pop up for you. As you can see, he's even on the dating sites as Boris, age 24. All right. At that time, since Greg turned 30, October 2025, wouldn't have been 24. But anyway, I digress. So, Stephanie here says, the amount of times I've had friends message me asking me if I knew this guy because he was being creepy is scary. Stay far away. Okay? And I want you to take this stuff with a grain of salt, of course, because it is Facebook. Guy isn't having much luck with the ladies, that's right. But we're going to talk about everything. You know, we're going to bring all the receipts, like I was told to do by Greg himself. So this is what she said, all right? Now, he was an Uber driver. She wasn't sure if he still was one, but she's saying, be cautious of this guy. She says she doesn't usually post things like this or involve myself in any type of drama, especially on social media. But after this dude made a YouTube video basically calling me ugly and claiming I'm mad I don't date a Chad, I think a couple things should be addressed. I don't exactly remember how we became Facebook friends, but time and time again, I've seen so many disturbing posts from him, especially degrading women who aren't interested in him. Never got involved until today. Today's disturbing case involves him stating he would date and hook up with an 18-year-old. He is 27. I don't need to say much, as you can see. LOL. But a lot of people made comments about how this was weird and creepy. And his go-to line of defense was calling them, along with their partner, ugly, fat, bringing up their political party, etc. So, many girls have come out about how uncomfortable their experience is with this Greg creep. The sad thing is, I got 20 girls in my DM saying, oh my god, yeah, that dude is so creepy, and they never even met him. If you look up his name on YouTube, you can see the proof in the pudding just from the comments alone. I'm not trying to get involved in any crazy shit, but I just want everyone to be aware of this narcissistic creep. He has pedophilia tendencies, which I'm not sure about that, okay? Joe, I had better luck with the ladies, and I had no game when I was single. Same, Thomas, same. I don't think you can say someone's a pedophile because they are into an 18-year-old when they're in their late 20s. I think that's a little bit too much. But anyway, she says, I can go off on all names in the book, but I'm sure half of you females know exactly what I'm talking about, unfortunately. Someone is literally telling him he's a creep, and all of Philly knows it, and his response is, you're not my type anyways, don't worry. Well, that response is oddly not out of character for him. His existence alone makes me eerie. Please keep your children and future children away from him. I can only imagine his mindset as a 40-year-old. He's going to be on How to Catch a Predator one day, I just know it. Please never stop sharing your stories if you have any. This creep needs to be known, and I hope every 18-year-old, and in that age range, he tries to talk to in the future, reads this post before they read his message, okay? I'm not the greatest looking and autistic as fuck, but I've never had issues getting dates with any gender. Good. You definitely get more dates than Greg. So this is what they're referring to when they say that he is a pedophile. And I don't agree with this. I don't really agree with this one. But I'm just showing you all of the evidence. What you choose to believe at the end is up to you. Okay? But as you can see, someone posts up, my dating range is 19 to 23 yours. So he says 18 to 45 is what I have set on my Tinder. Which is funny because according to him, 45 is super duper old. So this person says, 18, aren't you like 26, 27? And he says, I am 27 and your point? Y'all women be 18 seeing guys who are 40. And that's why people are a little bit like, you know, why? I guess. I don't really find this too problematic to the point where I would call him a pedophile, because 18 is of legal age, especially here where I am. You can drink if you're in Quebec at 18. So I'm just kind of like, I don't know if that's bad, but if you think that that's gross, then that, you know, you're allowed. But it gets a little bit weird when you do see this post from October 4th, 2025, where he says, definitely a more shitty birthday this year, but whatever. Here's to dirty 30. At least I can still pass for 18. And that's when I'm like, okay, Greg. Please leave the 18-year-olds alone. Okay? Drinking is legal at 19 in Ontario. That's right, Joe. That's right. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know about the pedo thing. But let's get into some of the other posts that were up there. LOL, saw your post about that Greg guy, and oh my god. My friend and I had him as our Uber driver one time, and he seemed really nice and normal at the time. He asked for my number, and I gave it to him. Big mistake. Started being very weird over text and so overly sexually, so I stopped answering. He began blowing up my phone, so I literally had no choice but to block him. Wish I still had the messages. Thanks for exposing him. Then there's this one. Hey, I saw your post about Greg, and he is by far the creepiest dude I ever met. I hooked up with him one time in like 2018, 2019. I honestly don't remember. And he wouldn't have me alone for months. And he wouldn't leave me alone for months. He gave off a weird vibe after the interaction, so I ignored him until he became persistent. Then blocked him, and he found other ways of contacting me. Between texts and social media, I thought he'd never go away. Up until 2021. He'd find a way to text me once a month. So then they say he's really creepy. He really is. He started to know my work schedule and would be my Uber driver every single time. I don't even remember adding him on Facebook, but he would message me and be like, I found you on Tinder, on Instagram. My last name isn't on there, and for the longest time it wasn't on Facebook either. He knew my daily schedule, started eating at my job, would show up at places I was at. Okay? 27, dating an 18-year-old is kind of ick, but not immediately PDF territory. I just assume giant man-child that women his age don't put up with. Exactly, and that's it. Then there's this. And what this is from Match.com. Okay, and it's someone reporting him August 11th, 2023 at Match.com. And Match returns a response saying, "We're so sorry to read this. It's absolutely unacceptable that you'd have to deal with this experience at all, let alone multiple times. It appears that this user subsequently created new profiles with different credentials. We've escalated this to our engineering team and our trust and safety department so that we can ensure this individual stays off Hinge permanently. This is the exact opposite of what we want for members of the Hinge community, and we really appreciate you taking the time to help keep Hinge safe and respectful place." So he was on Hinge. He's obviously been booted off. Lord knows why. And, then he got booted off again, and they found several accounts of his. Do what you want with that info. Then there's this one. This man has literally been posted so many times on multiple Are We Dating the Same Guy pages because so many girls, I really do mean so many, from reading the comments, can relate to similar experiences of red flags, creepiness/pushiness, and him just being a straight up weirdo. This post is no surprise coming from him. You're literally known for being a creep in the Philadelphia area, and it seems like you're proud. Not a good look, dude. Not a good look. Stay away from Philly. It's not all of Philly. Come on, Jeff. So he responds and says, "Yeah, and all of those posts are lies. Imagine legit believing stuff that isn't true. You can keep gossiping. I can say the same about you. Seem like a creep. And the source, trust me, bro. Clearly you don't know me well enough if you think I'm creepy. How are you going to formulate that? What red flags? I legit don't care. I wouldn't even pursue. You aren't my type, so don't worry." And that's because Greg made this post to respond to everything back in 2023. And I want to remind you, he's still talking about this every single day today on his channel, saying that it's all lies and that there's a smear campaign. All of these women in Philly have allegedly all got together and just tried to destroy his life. Oh, bullshit. I'm not even showing you everything because we would be here for 500 hours. But that's why I urge you to go and look at the Facebook post for yourself. Click through, read through everything if you want to know more or need to know more, if this isn't enough. But Greg says, "I'm going to address these false allegations. If you don't believe me, then I don't care. I know there's many posts about me going around in the Philly dating the same guy group." So he confirms this. Most of them insanely exaggerated to the point where the girls are actually lying about what happened. Won't give away the source of whom I found out, but you guys have to understand, while I do say some crazy things that people might not agree with or might offend some people, I actually haven't done anything weird or creepy and definitely not illegal. The Boris thing was for a video called The Tinder Russian Chad. Backup Facebooks were for old Tinder accounts. At this point, any further slander will be reported to my attorney, and you will be sued for defamation. I'm sure there'll be a GoFundMe for that. I challenge any of these girls accusing me of things to show proof. All the weird dudes sending requests thinking they are badasses or trying to fight me, and then when I say come to my MMA gym, they fold. It's just funny at this point. I don't have time to entertain this trash, so this is going to be one final thing, unless some other crazy things are said. If you don't like me posting about this, then feel free to delete me. Like, it's just cringe at this point. By the way, thank you to all the girls, including the ones who lied. I know who you are. You will be exposed soon because I'm going to tell everyone how it is. For making me famous, I know I live rent-free in y'all's head. So, I mean, he doesn't seem to be taking it too seriously, right? So now let's get to this court case, okay? So Greg Lurik, all right, was charged with fraud for an insurance claim, theft by deception, false impression, 2 of them, and for forging a fraud document. Okay? This has been going in and out of court for quite a while. Now, it was a criminal case. It is on a criminal docket. However, Greg did not serve jail time for this. Instead, he was given a fine. Okay? He was given a fine for this. And the fine is for what amount do you see there? What amount? The amount is $1,479.75. Okay? $1,479.75. So that is what he is asking for. Now, let me just remind you, in case you forgot, that on his GoFundMe, Greg is asking for $1,600. All right? There it is. $1,600 for Greg's IBS plumbing emergency. Now, the way that GoFundMe works is you will make the money, and this was set on, in case you guys are wondering, this was created August 13th, 2026. So very recent. And the way it works is you raise the money, but then they take a percentage. Okay? So if Greg made $1,600 from GoFundMe, he would make and receive probably about this amount. Now, here's the thing that I want to be clear on. Okay? If Greg was honest on his GoFundMe, and he said, I got into some legal problems, and I have a fine I can't pay, please help me out, I would have been fine with it. Okay? My issue is that the insurance fraud that he got in trouble for allegedly also had to do with pipes, which you'll hear in a moment. But it's also that they lied to their audience. I don't agree with lying to your audience about things like that. If you're raising money for something, you need to be transparent and honest about what it is actually for. Otherwise, to me, it is a scam. So if he had been honest about it, then whatever. But my issue is that whenever someone is asked about that, they act like it's a complete lie. Like it's not a real fine that happened. Like that can't be the case. Anything like that. And as people are being harassed by these people that are after Greg, all in Pistachio's community too, I'm sure now, they don't care. And I protect my community members from harassment as much as possible here on my channel. So there's a lot going on with that, right? So since you told me to come with the receipts, Greg, those are my receipts. Now, I don't know if all of those stories from those girls are true, but it is a little bit sus to me that you have a whole group of women in your city that are speaking out. And whenever we ask you, all you say is that it's a smear campaign. Oh, they're lying and I'm going to sue them all and blah, blah, blah. And then you also just accuse Arctic and George of being pedophiles. I don't know them, but I'm like, that doesn't help with anything. So when this all comes public and people are bringing it to me, going, don't you cover scams? And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not going to pay attention to this. And then you want to be rude to me and call me a scammer, say that I'm lying, saying that I don't bring receipts. And I'm not just lying about you. Apparently I lie about everything, right? Because that's what everyone does to me. They try to discredit me as a complete person instead of just dealing with the situation at hand. Right? $1,600 minus handling fees and a cheesesteak lunch. That's right. So, I hope that those receipts were good. Like I said, go look up the post for yourself. If you want on Facebook, make your own choice. But there's a lot of, oh, it's not true. And, oh, the court case isn't true. And, oh, it's all lies. And blah, 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 blah. They're all making it up. But, like, it's on the court dockets. And Greg has talked about it in the past. You know? Come on, Queens. Certainly you've heard of the hashtag believe all chuds. So while Greg was doing his video and egging me on to cover him, which you're welcome, Greg. I hope I did well. Pistachio went live to address me, and it was called Queen of Karma Don't. And the reason why she had to go live to address me is because we don't talk. We've never had a direct line of communication. I'm not in their group chat. I don't talk to her on Discord. I don't have a Twitter and talk to her on Twitter. Nothing. So that's why I'm like, how do I lose it on you and switch things up? And if we're not friends, I don't owe you loyalty. Right? And Greg doesn't know me. I'm just some lady. Right? So I don't have to be loyal. I don't have to protect Greg. But I do have to protect me and my channel, my integrity, my ethics, my community. And when things start bleeding over into my community because of you, and I bring it to you, and you don't really fucking care, and then you turn around and attack me, I'm going to be a little bit like, well, what the fuck? And yeah, I might bring it up, right? I might just have enough and go, let's just get to the bottom of this right now, Greg. Fuck it. Because your shit's bleeding into mine. And I didn't have a problem with it until y'all turned on me. And then tried to say I was doxing when I'm not. And I was even nice enough to censor things. But I know what you're doing, because you think that if you call me a doxer, because other people have called me that everyone's just going to believe it. I didn't put it on the farms. I'm not on the farms. I got booted off years ago. I was in an account called WTF is all this or something like that, and I got booted off and called out for it by guess who? Dark Ninja. I haven't been in an account since, even though apparently I've been 30 accounts on there, all trying to get a thread posted on myself, because that makes sense. That's what I want. Can't you tell? So here's the thing. Let's see what Pistachio had to say to me. You know, a couple days later, I'm hoping she's read the post. I'm like, you know, you said that I could come back. Like, I was like, bitch, what? I don't know who you think you are, but I'm going to be lining up to come back, okay? Because you can't take accountability. The music is off.
All right, so so I don't know how many of you saw what occurred the other day when
Well, they've all seen it now, so
Greg and friends were on the live stream, and we were talking about the Black Pill community, and Queen came on, Queen of Karma, and there was a bit of a disagreement there. And let me read you. I want to read you one of the posts, because she's been making several and tagging me specifically. And I want to read you her latest post and respond to it. I want to preface by saying, Queen of Karma, I've always liked you. I've always liked you. And you have. I've always liked you. I've always been kind to you. And despite all of that, you have routinely turned on me for no reason every so often. I say every 2 weeks because I'm joking, but it sure does feel like that over a length of time. You know what I mean? So
no!
Again.
No! I don't! You keep saying that, and I have seriously been like, no, I don't. Like, what do you mean? And then you just go, oh, yeah, you do, Queen. You know you do. And it's like, you just think that people think I'm crazy, so they're going to believe it. And the funny thing is, in this community, that's exactly how it goes with me. You can pretty much say anything about me, and the people in these communities, these Haydur Nation people, will just believe it with no proof. Like, screenshots will be shown, but it won't be a whole conversation. It'll just be a screenshot of what I said. They never show what they said to me, or what they said afterwards, or anything. It'll just be screenshots of just me. They take videos I make as a joke, and like videos I made on Halloween, to use to say I'm crazy. It's ridiculous. Pistachio is going to say whatever to make Greg look like the good guy. Well, the thing is, when it comes to me, people say whatever to make whoever else it is the good guy. So I'm a little worried that in this situation, I'm the bad guy here. Because this is how all of my dramas go. It's something like this, and then people lie about how I reacted, claim I've done all these different things, and then I'm like, where's the proof? And no one shows any, but then they just show a bunch of screenshots of things I've said over the years, and makes fun of my sexual assault, and then calls it a day. And it's like, okay.
Now, again, before I read this, or maybe I should just respond as I read it. Let's read her latest post together. At Angry Pistachio, if I were you, I'd rain.
I would love to read it, Pistachio. But you have a big, giant pistachio in the way. Why? Seems kind of manipulative.
In your attack dog, that means Greggy Poo. And while you're at it, if you might want to apologize for accusing me of doxing when your buddy is running around on 2 accounts under his full legal name, melting down at me publicly. If you're going to launch a slander campaign, at least tell him to change his username first. Okay, first of all, if anybody is running a slander campaign, it's you. You're aiding in it, at least. And that's the point. Yes, I know he uses his full legal name. He's also doxed himself full address on his own channel several times, and yes, I yelled at him for it. However, what you came in and did and said in front of an entire crowd, his friends, my supporters, and all, especially for the reason you did it, was insane. I'm so sorry, but it was insane. It was cruel, and it was misguided. Let's read the rest. You want...
But nothing that has ever been done to me has ever been insane, cruel, or misguided.
To fight over nothing. No, I didn't. You did. And now you've got one. I'd be careful, Queen, because I do not have it queued up here, but I will queue it up if you force me to do it. I will queue up everything you've mentioned. You're wrong.
Oh, well, you're welcome. I already did.
Being dishonest. I don't know if you're doing it willfully so, or if this is part of your, I don't know what's going on with you, but you're wrong about almost everything that you've said to me in these several tags in my direction. And another thing I have to ask you, Miss Feminism, why are you talking to me? Am I his keeper?
Yes. According to you. You told me during that 4-hour live that, you know, he's your bestie and that he gets different rules. Right? You also told me that you wanted to save them from the black pill community. Pistachio thinks that she's going to get these guys to leave the black pill community and join Girl World and then hang out with her in Girl World and then learn how to be better men through her. And I'm like, that's crazy. Especially when everyone in your community is in your chat going, we don't like this. This is boring. Can we talk about something else? These guys are awful. And they're being like really gross. Like, why aren't you listening to your community? Oh, that's right. Because you don't care unless they're giving you money. That's not a flex.
Am I his keeper, or is this a grown man? Why are you talking to me and expecting me to handle a situation that you began? If you're going to dish it out, you better be able to take it. And you are the one who aggressed upon his friends, upon him first.
What?
All he said, and I'll play the tapes if he forced me. All he came back at you with, I think he called you an idiot. He called you something.
So now the story has completely flipped. Now I'm the one who is freaking out over being called an idiot. Me. Yeah. It's apparently me. It's like, no, bitch, that was the other way around. He freaked out because he thought I called him an idiot when I said manospheres idiots. Okay? And the thing is, even if I called him an idiot, 4 hours of them telling me to shut up, calling me names, calling me old, all kinds of stuff. Idiot is too much for you? You can't take that? You can't just brush off idiot?
I don't know. The point is, let's read the rest. You wanted to fight over nothing, now you've got one.
Also, I've never ever claimed to be a feminist. Not once. I'm just not black-pilled or red pills 'Cause I'm sober, baby.
It isn't my fault you two decided to cozy up to someone who covers scams while trying to run one on your own audience. That's on you. Shame on you for lying to people who trusted you. You'll be known for that now, not because of me, but because of Greg Lurik. Oh, is that a dox too? First of all, I didn't cozy up to shit, Quack. It's you who comes to me.
Yes, that's fair. I come to you. You're right. You've never watched me. But, you modded me in your chat. And you were trying to be my friend. I mean, you could say you weren't. All you want. But I thought we were all trying to be friendly.
When you come to my door, when you come knocking at my door, and you always have, I have never sought you out. Not because I don't like you, because that's just not what I do. You've watched me for years. You know whatever you know about me because you watched me. Yikes. This is a yikes situation, Quack. Like, this is a lot coming from you under the circumstances. Okay. Cozy up to you? No. You came to his chat. You came to mine. And cozy up to someone who covers scams? Listen here, okay? Greggy Poo is not a corporation. He's a man. He's a man who owns a home and has responsibility in a terrible economy and has had, terrible unexpected events befall him that, you know what I mean? He's struggling financially because of. And again, take a look. Like, this is when people are so, they look at things through the most negative lens that they can. Look at the information that is available publicly. Take a look. Connect the dots. What is his court case about in the first place? Like, I hate it that I even have to paint this picture, and I'm going to try not to give too many details, but it's like, take a look. Do better research. Researcher extraordinaire. Do better research. It can all be found publicly, right?
Right. Which, by the way, Pistachio, according to your own community and all of the communities over there, that means it's not a dox at all. Yeah. Very good. That's why I was so shocked when you started yelling at me for doxing. I was almost speechless. Like, I was like, what do you mean doxing? That's not at all what's happening here. You could have yelled at me for taking a personal situation he's in and throwing it in his face. But don't use a buzzword that you know is going to amp up people on here to come after me. Especially if you guys are like so against people going after people, right?
So to even say any of this, it's a scam because he's a corporation and he's scamming millions. And the truth is if the money is what he needed for his...
See, this is the thing. They made the mistake of thinking, she said we were too small. She only covers corporations. Blah, 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 blah. But what they missed is that if I'm going to be around your community, you can't be scamming people. I might have to call that out. Because we're not friends. And I don't work like you. I don't give my friends different rules. I have the same ethics for everyone. My friends have to have similar ethics to me. That's why I don't get along with most of you on here. Because hardly any of you do. So, like, it's just ridiculous.
Court, whatever the fuck fees, he'd say that. He would say that. And again, look at what his court case is about in the first place. A plumbing issue, right? Like, a plumbing issue that was never solved. Connect the dots. Research extraordinaire. No, you're biased because you fucked up on stream and now you're embarrassed and trying to lash out in his direction and mine. Like, yikes, girlfriend. What the hell even is this?
Actually, it was the other way around. I had made a really good point against the Looksmaxxing community right before that happened that he didn't have a counter for with his friends. So then he was all like, well, you're calling me an idiot. When?
And I ain't apologizing for shit, yo. Are we insane? You need to apologize. You came into that stream hot, talking shit to young Blast for what reason? And yes, he is a sweetheart. Blast is a sweetheart, but he's not a doormat. He's not going to be kind to you when you're being nasty to him for no reason. Like, what the hell is this? Yikes. All you had to do yesterday was apologize.
Never brought up Blast. Never brought up Blast. But you also wanted me up there for another female point of view on this. You know, to help you save the incels.
Apologize for coming at me for no reason and trying to dog whistle to your audience. No, you tried to dog whistle to the audience about me. And you, are we kidding? Are we insane? You tried to dog whistle to my own audience, trying to convince me that I should capitulate to them because they didn't like the content that was being put on. And you tried to convince me and shame me for giving a fuck about a topic and a situation that y'all don't agree on. Like,
no. Listen, you've had those guests on your panel over and over and over again. And your community keeps on complaining and you're not listening. You could have those conversations privately in Discord. Why do you have to have them on live if your community doesn't want to watch them? But you're trying to use them to virtue signal because you're some Captain Save a Bro bitch. That's what you're trying to be right now. Captain Save the Bros. And it's actually kind of sad. Because the way that they took over that panel was almost ridiculous. At one time, I was like, am I even on your stream anymore? Because even if you would talk, they just kept talking like you weren't. They don't respect you. And then you don't see that. And then your audience is watching. You get disrespected. And then they're getting upset. Same with Greg and the whole thing with John, too. But then you're just like, oh, no, Greg can do whatever he wants to me. And so can all of his friends. And I think people are fed up. You know, I think people are like, I don't want to watch that episode this season anymore. And like, you say you don't want a community, but you're trying to raise money for a GoFundMe. Who's going to donate to you, Pistachio, if nobody's watching you? Because every time that you do a live stream, these people come up and ruin what you're talking about. And turn it into Looksmaxxing community where you guys are actually like rating women on a 1 to 10 scale, which most of them find disgusting. Because it's mainly women in the community. It's called Girl World. Like, so I don't understand that. I don't understand having an audience and being like, but I don't give a fuck about them. But then being like, oh, but could you guys please donate? I don't think that's fair. As a fellow content creator who actually makes real content. I don't usually do this crap.
what? The level of delusion is too much for me to handle. All you had to do was apologize for coming at me for no reason.
Yes, I know. The level of your delusion probably is too much for you to handle. I agree. Trying to flip the whole fucking script. Pretend I'm the one that got upset for being called an idiot. I'm sorry, I'm not that much of a bitch. I've been called way worse things by your buddy Greg on your live streams.
Try to dog whistle to your audience that I was doxing, even though you never cared when Greg was doxing people all over his community tab. Hypocrisy satisfied. Yes, I do. Yes, I do care. But again, I can't control him. And to reference, I'm not going to pull it up because you did a lot. You made mad essays no. But to reference something else you mentioned regarding Greg's doxing, and don't make me pull up the tapes because it existed. We had these conversations live. You said to MK about her mother's picture that docs. You said to her on stream, you're like, I can't control him. I've asked him to take it down and he won't. Do you think I haven't done the same?
Yeah, but me and Greg aren't best friends. I don't call him Greggy Poo like you do. Apparently you two are best friends, and you can even get him out of the Looksmaxxing community with like 4 of her friends. Or his friends, sorry. I was reading She's a Bro. Thomas is cracking me up again tonight. So, like, what do you mean? So you're powerful enough to save them from the Looksmaxxing community that they've been in for several years. Greg, it seems at least 5 or 6. But then you can't tell him not to dox Negs' court case on his community tab. Do I got that right? Is she like AK and he's like tragic? Do you know what, Joe? This is why I love you. This is why I love you, Joe. That's exactly it. Just wait.
I've tried to convince him that this way is not the right way. He doesn't listen. Just like you said to MK, you can't control him, neither can I.
Okay, but I'm not trying to control him. And I was saying that to MK because I legitimately felt bad that he doxed her mom, and then I'm on a live stream with him, and she shows up going, can you please take down the picture of my mom? And I'm like, yeah, Greg, what the fuck? Maybe if you had also backed me up, we could have convinced him. But I don't think you're telling him not to do stuff. But the thing is, here's the thing. I don't hang out with people that dox people all over their community tabs. As you can see, me being a mod in someone's chat does not mean that I am fully supportive of them, right, Pistachio? So, like, if I had someone that was as close to me as you claim Greg is to you, and they were acting the way Greg is, I would tell them, you either stop doing that to our community members, because MK is also in your community, by the way. She was in your community probably before Greg's community, by the way. Literally, like, I'm going to stop hanging out with you. I don't support this. I tell people that all the time. That's why I have so many groups on here that I'm not in anymore. Because when they start doing this back and forth and taking things too far, I go, bye. That's it. It's not hard to do. Or is it?
And how could you expect me to? He's a grown man. Like, enough. Talking about his community tab, hypocrisy. No, not
Oh, I'm just sharing my side.
hypocrisy. Me and Greg fight often. We disagree often. And things like this is the reason why. I am consistent. And this is insane coming from you, especially since for how long you've watched me. And that you've been watching me and Greg this whole time recently, too. And you've participated in most of it. Okay. And tell Greg he can stop wishing I was like Sage. I begged you not to send me his D picture, and I didn't. And thank God you didn't. Nobody wants to see that except you and Sage. All right. I mean, that's a weird anecdote to add at the end. But it's like, whatever. What do you?
Because he compared me to Sage in, like, fucking every post he made. I was like, why are you literally, like, constantly comparing me to a girl you were flirting with. That's a little weird. And then he's like ranting at my husband. Like, you people are weird.
You do you, girlfriend. All right. And you know what? A little caveat. It is, I do not like what Greg said to you after you egreged him first. And I told him about it.
What?
I told him about it on live stream, in fact.
After I egreged him first. Now, I played the clip. If you haven't seen this whole thing, go back. I showed you everything.
But again, can't control him. And you egreged him first. You continue to egregious him and his friends. And it's like, what kind of feminist are you? You expect to be able to say whatever, act however?
Another buzzword that she's throwing out. That one is for her Looksmaxxing friends. Because if they label me as a feminist, right, then they'll come after me more. They don't like feminists. I have never claimed to be a feminist. I've actually done the opposite. I don't like putting myself, like labels on myself, putting myself in boxes. As you all know, if you've been here for a moment.
To these young men, and what? You expect kindness in return no matter how you behave? That ain't feminism, girlfriend. Feminism is equality. Like, yikes. This is too much. This is far too much.
Yeah, so if Greg wants to call me names and yell at me all the time, then he should take it when I call him an idiot.
And again, Quack, I like you. I definitely like you. Always have, and I still will. But you need to stop all this bullshit, brother. Like, me and Greg have been nice to you, fair to you, permissive of some of your fuck shit, brother. But it's like, what? I still like you, too. If you come in like you always have for the past...
What fuck shit? Do you have receipts of my fuck shit, apparently? Or are we gonna have to watch that I'm so kind of bored documentary again that makes me real fucking bored? Because it was made by Westmost Buddy, who was just all upset that I wasn't a queen of spades? Are we gonna have to do that? Like, ooh, what am I gonna do? Not for the 19th time.
6 years or whatever. If you just come in back to my chat and act like nothing happened, I'll act accordingly. Because this is insane behavior, brother. Again, if you force me to, I will play the tapes. What you said to MK and your response to her about, and you know what, again, with the MK situation with her mother, he thought that was her. And she posted it herself. He told you this. Of course he told you this. But you're not going to mention that, right? And again, I'm somehow responsible for his behavior, but you're not. He's a grown man. He's a grown fucking man. Do we forget this? Like, yikes. And again, I cannot stress enough how fucked up it was of you and is of you to try and sow further doubt about Greg's situation with what he's dealing with. He's shitting in the local 7-Eleven because his situation is that bad. He's not some corporation scamming millions and lying to the public for nefarious means. No. He's a grown man with a home in a terrible economy who had an unfortunate situation befall him unexpectedly. And he put, like, I'm so disgusted. I don't even know why you would do this. I mean, I do, but I can't relate to it. And again, I'll say, you know what else really gets me? Like, Quack knows best because they came into her chat. Greg has a slew of anonymous losers who orbit him and try to convince everyone he interacts with what a piece of shit he is. And now you're joining in that, Quack. You've seen it firsthand.
Do you know what's funny? So do I, Pistachio. So do I. And that's where Greg came from to me. AJ's. She's always been one. So, what do you mean? Why does everyone have to care about Greg and what he's been through? But Greg doesn't have to give a fuck about anyone else. Not even you.
You sat here and defended him with me on my panel. And now because y'all threw some, oh, you're an idiot and I disagree, it's back and forth at each other, it's fuck him, fuck his problems, fuck the fact that he's shitting in the 7-Eleven, fuck all of that.
I'm pretty sure he said fuck me first. Because he thought I called him an idiot.
And you promoted it yourself willingly without being asked? Like, I'm sorry, girlfriend. You need to take a look in the mirror. No one asked you for shit. No one came looking for you. And again, feminism, what's that? Where's she? Where's that? I'm responsible for his fucking behavior. He's my puppet. I just shove my hand up his ass and fucking make him say and do whatever I please. Boy, do I wish.
Oh, we know. That's half the problem here. Is that you have become the world's biggest pick-me almost overnight. Okay? And it's like when you're on panel with him, you're like a little schoolgirl. And he does no wrong. And you protect him. It's weird. It's bizarre. And it was so weird during that 4-hour call because you had me up there to be on your side. But they would say something about Looksmaxxing or women, and then when I would go to respond to them, and I would be making a point, you would interrupt me. And then try to explain to me why they think the way they do, as if you were trying to trick me into supporting Looksmaxxing and the black pill. It was weird. And the whole time I was like, okay, every time I try to finish something, a thought on this panel, this is happening. I make a really good point. Bring up Seinfeld. Because apparently this guy only likes television. And the Marissa Tomei episode. Because they're all like, oh, looks are important. Looks are everything. And no, we only pay attention to television. Okay, well, what about that Seinfeld episode? That proved that wrong, right? No, they couldn't hear it all of a sudden. It's amazing how they have sudden hearing issues. And then, like, again, you're, like, trying to explain to me why they believe what they do. And, like, coming up for excuses for their beliefs. Well, we're supposed to be on there debating it. It was like, I was like, am I the only one against this on the whole panel? Like, is it me against 3 right now? Like, I don't, what is happening?
I can't. Go fuck yourself, Feet. Are we insane, Feet? Bitch, are we fucking insane, Feet? You think you're coming through to say all types of fuck shit? Should I let you for the plot because I hate you? Should I? All right, let's vote in the chat. Should we let fucking Feet up for the plot? One's in chat for yes, for Feet right now. What does Feet have to say? I don't. You better vote. No, I need ones. I need ones for Feet shit in the fucking battle. Stop saying yes. I asked for ones. Y'all are gonna obey or get nothing. Ones or nothing. See, boobies gets it.
Hey, Shaw.
Someone donate for Feet. Okay, and listen also. Speaking of which, since Quack has absolutely slandered and defamed both me and Greggy Poo and acted like him shitting in the 7-Eleven isn't a big deal, and he's a corporation scamming everyone from here to there and there to here.
I never even said that. I literally said, Greg, why is your fundraiser for the same amount that you owe the courts? Did he not have an answer? Like, why didn't he just answer the question if it wasn't that big of a deal? I don't understand.
Please consider donating to his GoFundMe so he no longer has to shit in the woods, man. It's pinned in chat, by the way.
Yeah, she does that.
All right, where's the link? I can't wait to hear what fucking Feet has to say about all this.
Oh, no. I haven't watched the whole thing. Does Fresh Garbage come on here? I can just imagine. She's going to come on here and be like, yeah, Queen's a big problem and everybody hates her. And let's all go. I can just imagine.
Here you go, Feet. Hurry up. Oh, Jesus, Feet. Man, I got to post it on the community tab.
So I got Sassy and Fresh Garbage's chat a while ago, and it's actually her chat where the screenshot that Greg yells at me for calling him a predator came from. Because in her chat, I said AJ is a PDF, Voiceless is like a PDF, and Greg is a predator. Okay? And that's the screenshot that they took and were trying to like send to Greg to be all like, Queen called you a predator, blah, 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 blah. So like I just sent it to him. And I was like, yeah, this is what I said. Here it is. It was a while ago. It was before we ever spoke. Because I also told him about it. Like when I first met him. I was like, literally, one of the first things I said to him is, people have been saying that you have some accusations. No, they're all fake and it's just nags and blah.
Annoying. All right, Feet, hold tight.
Whoever Arctic
Posting it on the community tab. You sugar, yes, please. Won't you come and put it down on me? I'm right here. Cause I need.
I don't think she likes me because Fresh Garbage blocked me after that for saying that. She was sticking up for AJ and Voiceless and Greg at the time. So I don't really know how she feels about them right now. I'm a little worried how this is going to go because I'm expecting the worst because it's me. If it was anyone else, this could go any way, but since it's me, I'm expecting everyone to say I'm in the wrong, I was awful, and attack me for Pistachio and Greg now, along with everybody else, because I'm sure everybody's joining in. Wait until you find out what happened at AJ's panel. We're not doing that right now, though.
All right, it's posted. Feet, hurry up. Go check the community tab, fucking Feet. God, you're so hateful and annoying. Hurry up. She's going to ask you about Hussy and CPS. Why, dude? Are you coming on here to derail the topic? I don't know what's worse. Are you coming here talking fucking details and fiction about Greggy Poo's shit? Or if you try to change the topic, ask me about another man's behavior I'm not responsible for. Can't wait. What up, Feet?
I will ask her if Queen offers us her thoughts on Unicorn Girl and Rainbow in AK's chat. You don't have to ask her. I'm not sure if I'm interested myself. But I do not like anyone hanging out with the bodega at the same time. It is not up to me. I've never gotten along with Rainbow, to be honest. She flips out on me randomly, and I've been on panel with her like 4 times, and every time I go up on panel with her, she tells me it's the first time she's been on panel with me, and I'm like, no, it's not, though. So I kind of got mad at her about it in a chat once. I did, because she was flipping on me again. So I think I called her like a bodega bay and I told her to fuck off. I can't really tell Unicorn Girl not to go there, you know? I'm not that close to Unicorn Girl. I'm not at a point where I am a close friend and I can be like, hey, don't go there. And that's partially probably because of what you told her about me earlier. You know? I've been trying to keep people away from the bodega for years. But you all keep trying to wreck that for some reason. And you never fully explain why. Like, why is Dark Ninja and AJ opping me right now? Lava. Come on,
What
French
up,
garbage.
feet?
Hold on. I can't get it to stop echoing. It's being goofy.
Turn the regular video off. Just do it through StreamYards. That's why.
That's funny because you guys deny my experience with the bodega. Okay? You say I'm crazy, I lie, right? And I was the first one they came after on here. Maybe if you had listened to me, then we wouldn't be where we are today. Like with so many other things that I've tried to speak out about. But don't get me started on that.
Hold on. It's being difficult. Give me 2 seconds.
Jesus Christ, I knew it. Why couldn't she just talk? Say what she had to say. This is very annoying. This is annoying. I hate it that I can't play music, yo. It's very annoying. It's Shaka. Yes, please. Won't you come and put it down on me? Right here. Shut up, fucking Blue. You're an agent provocateur of your own, brother. Not amused. I'm not amused. Greg, what's the plumbing emergency fund? He has such a bad leak, and it's a really potentially big situation. It's such a bad leak, and it's probably leaking into the foundation of his home and fucking everything up so badly that until he gets it fixed, they had to turn the water off entirely. So he's no shower, he has no bathroom, and he has crippling IBS. So he's been having to run to the local 7-Eleven and or gym, depending on whether the 7-Eleven is open or not, or usable, or crowded, or whatever. And he has IBS, so he has to go a lot. And he's struggling real bad. And now we have this bitch, Quack, trying to sew fucking... trying to sew... What's the word? Trying to sew... something. Something that means don't believe him, he's lying. I forgot what the word is. I'm back. I'm busy! Alright, hold on. What up, feet?
Hey. Okay, so for...
Oh, see, it's fine. You don't have to watch it. I know you don't like me. I know you're on their side. I don't know why you guys keep trying to buddy troll me. Like, all of you try to do it. And I'm like, we've been doing this for 7 years. Unlike you all, I actually learned from my mistakes. And I said that he was always fucking with you. When? When? You attack me and call me a liar all the time. See, you guys are mad at me because you want me to blame everything on Bodega. And half of my opping was Val and her friends with like Suit and Bells. So I can't blame it all on Bodega. I blame Bodega for what they did, and then I blame the other people for what they did. Like you should. And people keep wanting me to change the story to say that those other people never did anything to me and it was all bodega. We have never interacted. Okay. I just saw you in a chat for the first time like 3 months ago. Mm-hmm.
First of all, hi, you dumb bitch. Do you know how much it would cost to repair the kind of shit that Greg is claiming? A lot.
Are you not the pink lava kiwi?
More than $1,600 fucking dollars.
Feet, immediately shut the fuck up. Maybe listen. If you're going to talk some shit about Greggy Poo, listen when the details are originally brought to the internet. What did...
I have never talked to you until you accused me of working with Tragic. Oh my god. I have talked to you in many chats, Lava. I don't know why you're lying. Like, other people have seen us talk in chats. This is what I mean. I can't do this with you right now. Too many lies all at once. Okay? And the reason why I accuse you of working with the bodega is because I find it weird. I find it weird that Dark Ninja's post disappears. Phew, disappears. Why does this keep happening? My volume keeps fucking up on me here. From Onion Farms. After he does his tragic thread on Kiwi Farms. Okay? And he's been off of me with AJ. And Val. And where are you? I couldn't have been trying to do anything to you if I was just passively chatting with you. Okay, what do you mean by do something to me? Other than buddy trolling, I don't think I've accused you of much, other than denying my experience with my opping on here. That's really it. What am I supposed to be doing? I don't know, you tell me.
What did he say? What did he say? He said that the initial job before the plumber gets down in and takes a look is going to be about $1,500, give or take. That's just the initial job. He said this loud and clear. He said this. It's actually potentially, I think, and so does my stepfather, thinks it's actually going to be far worse once they actually get in and take a look at what's happening underground. Welcome back, fucking idiot.
And then what? Another GoFundMe for how much? How many thousands?
What is it any of your fucking concern or care, Feet, you fucking bitch? Are we insane? What is it any fucking care or concern of yours? Welcome back.
What? Get a fucking job, you dumb.
He has a job, stupid bitch. However, take a look at the fucking economy. He owns a home, bitch. Do you? He owns a home and he's in it all alone financially. Take a look at the facts. This is why I cannot stand.
Well, maybe he should sell the home. Maybe he shouldn't own the home if he can't afford the repairs on it. Like, that's just life. That's why I don't own a home right now. Because I don't want to be in charge of all that. Like, you know? But to want to be a Looksmaxxing YouTuber, be at a minimum wage job, that's not cutting it. So you have to figure something out. And people are worried about this because of his past fraud. Is that not... I don't understand how that doesn't make sense, but maybe it's just because I come from the community that stops scammers. And like, if somebody has a fraud in their past, we say, well, don't trust them with your money again. But I don't know. Maybe that's weird everywhere else, I guess.
And people who are just willfully unfair to a fucking human being. Look at his court case in the first place. What are his charges for? Insurance fraud, for a fucking plumbing issue that blah, 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 blah. Suck my dick.
Do you not realize how crazy you sound? Pistachio. Come on. You can't. You just. I don't understand. How are we doing this right now? So, the fraud was for a plumbing thing, and now the Greg's IBS plumbing emergency is also for a plumbing thing, and you still don't understand why that might be sus to people. Yeah, no, I'm definitely the one who's dumb and delusional. For sure, it's me. Yeah. Like, I can't even believe that you said that sentence. That was just ridiculous. Like, what? What was for his other issue for? Insurance fraud for a plumbing issue. So how dare you be mad that he asked for money for plumbing and a GoFundMe? What do you mean? Literally, you just said what the problem was.
Details, stupid bitch. If you're, however, take a look at the fucking economy. He owns a home, bitch. Do you? He owns a home and he's in it all alone financially. Take a look at the facts. This is why I cannot stand people who are just willfully unfair to a fucking human being. Look at his court case in the first place. What are his charges for? Insurance fraud, for a fucking plumbing issue that blah, 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 blah. Suck my dick for the details, stupid bitch.
Oh my god. I just can't. Like, fuck, Pistachio. He's already done insurance fraud. That's his fault too, probably, by the way. And then all these girls speaking out, that's all their faults too. Everything's everybody else's fault. Nothing's ever Greggy Poo's fault. Like, the guy's 30 years old, Pistachio. He's not 19. Like, it's like, what? She's in a bit of a phallus crisis, also because of the economy. Yeah. Lord.
If you're gonna talk shit, just be like, oh, he's poor. Ha. He can't afford his fucking situation that's befallen him. But to say he's a fucking liar, you're just a stupid, ugly bitch, brother.
Yeah, totally. First of all,
But her issue isn't that he's poor. Her issue is that he already committed fraud for a pipe issue for insurance. And now he's asking for money for his pipes to be fixed, and it's the same amount he owes for the original fraud, which was for insurance for pipes. I can't understand. Like, it just sounds so silly. Pistachio wants Greg's Tic Tac. At this point, I'm like, yeah, obviously you do. Because, like, that's ridiculous. Come on. And you had to have known, if you have people chasing you around, that if you did this, like, look at this thing. I honestly thought it was a meme. Like, I wasn't lying when I said I thought that they were just making fun of Tragic because they bring up IBS. Like, it has a toilet with a poop on it. Like, it looks like a meme. Okay? He doesn't know how to spell emergency. Pistachio. He doesn't know how to spell. Can you not get a man that at least knows how to spell at a grade 8 level? Like, lots of people own houses. Lots of people are in economic hardships. But those people didn't get charged with insurance fraud for the same issue they're asking for money again and own a fine for it. Her issue isn't that he's poor. Her issue is the other stuff. But of course, you're trying to be dishonest. You're trying to paint it out like he's just getting attacked for being poor now. That's not at all what I'm saying. Needs it for some reason. When my radiator in my car was trying to explode, I posted on my community tab about it. I said, I don't know how much it's going to cost, but if you guys want to float me something, feel free. Luckily, it was just enough to cover the cost of replacing my radiator. And what did I do once the radiator was replaced? I posted a screenshot. Yeah. A lot of people believe that you should be posting proof. Transparency, exactly. I'm always talking about how I hate scams with lack of transparency. And that is my issue, is like, I wouldn't have had a problem if it was honest, and I can't trust that it is anymore. Just saying. Usually saying this stuff gets me in trouble. I can't wait for tomorrow.
I do own a home, so I know how much shit costs. So I know he's lying because shit does get expensive. I get it. Times are tough, right? But he's a bum.
Well, my parents needed their foundation fixed. It cost a hell of a lot of money. It was a lot of money, though, because we had a large house. But I needed the foundation fixed in the townhome that we were in when my daughter was a baby. And that was just over $10,000 for the company to fix it. And then a few months later, we got told we had to move out, and then they plowed all those houses to the ground. They were probably so mad that they spent that money. So, that was for the townhouse foundation, and I just don't think Greg is going to have that money. He's having a hard time raising the $1,600, and it's not because of a smear campaign. He has a small community, so you're trying to get your community in on it. Yeah, but that was Canadian, Joseph. It would be between 10 to 20K depending where you live and how bad it is. Exactly. Like my little tiny townhouse, okay, it was over 10K. And I just know that because I heard them talking about it. And that's it. I don't know how big his house is, but my point is it's going to probably be a lot more than that, like Garbage said here. And then what? He does another GoFundMe? What he could have done was post a picture of the estimates, because usually they will give an estimate on what the damages are going to cost to repair. Yes, and the problem is, you can't even ask about it without getting flipped out on. Told it's a lie. Told that there was no court, there was no charges, since he didn't go to jail. And I've shown all that in this. I went through everything. But I agree. He should have an estimate and should post that to show. Just always a sign that something is not what it seems. Right.
You are enabling a fucking bum who's never gonna love you. You are AK too tragic right now. And it's pathetic to watch. Really.
She agrees with you, Joe.
Bitch, don't project your bullshit onto me, alright? We all know you love Negs, and he won't fucking give you the time of day unless it...
Yeah, if you can't question it. That's what I mean. Like, I don't know how we would ever even get to the point where we could tell him that. Because you'll see what happened to me when I question it in this. When anyone else has questioned it, they were just told that it was all lies and that it's all a smear campaign. But, you know.
It's to use you as a pawn against me or others.
You did.
Stop the projection immediately, all right? I don't give a fuck that you own your own home. Have you ever had a plumbing issue just pop out of the woodwork unexpectedly? And then it was a huge issue that was really expensive that you just admitted yourself?
Yes.
Welcome back.
Yes, I've had plumbing issues. I've had to spend thousands on issues.
Oh, so then you know. So then you know that it's a really big job. And with his fucking court fees that he owes and the cost of living, just daily, everyday life, with an unexpected $1,500 that you need to take care of imminently, then you understand best, right, stupid bitch? But because we hate Greggy Poo for some fucking unknown reason. Welcome back, stupid bitch.
For many reasons. People hate Greg for many reasons. First of all, he's annoying. Second of all,
bitch, you're annoying.
Here's the funny thing. You know what would help cover the cost of repairs? Homeowners insurance. Yeah, but he can't get that, obviously. Because, you know, the insurance fraud. Which, again, is his fault. He did that. Don't commit crimes. Like, what do you want from me? Like, am I supposed to start ignoring people's crimes now? No. I already had a guy on the internet want me to do that once. It caused me all of my drama. I'm good, thank you.
Are we insane? That's your biggest criticism of Greggy Poo? How about just go the fuck away? You do understand, he's annoying. Bitch, do you understand that you don't need to be around him? You don't need to watch him. You don't need to talk to him.
Now, Fresh Garbage has been streaming with Negs, and Negs is going back and forth with them. I believe that they've reacted to them together, so it's kind of like she's not probably going to be able to not watch Greg. If Greg keeps posting up Negs' court documents on his community tab post. Because it's okay when Greg posts up court documents, right? That's fine. That's not doxing.
You subject yourself to Greg. You don't get to come around Greg, subject yourself purposely to him, and then be like, oh, he's annoying. I wish he'd go away. Bitch, grow up. Are you sick?
Okay, but what you don't understand is that Greg's from a completely different community. That most of the people in the community that you had before you met Greg find gross. You've brought him over here and then let that community take over your chat and then basically been like, and I don't give a fuck about my community. So even the people that support you are annoyed and you don't care. To them, he's an imposter in girl world. Do you understand? And I get it. That kind of sucks. I am too. But at the same time, I'm not like on every single panel all the time. I mean, I was on your panels for a while, but that won't be happening anymore.
Are you fucking sick? Welcome back.
Why do you keep kicking me off?
Because you never shut the fuck up. So I'm avoiding the situation entirely. And I'm
apparently she watched me on AJ's stream earlier or something. Learned a new trick. I don't know. It's annoying.
Forcing a back and forth, ping for ping, a tennis match, so to speak. You say something, I respond. These are the rules because you are a problem. Welcome back.
Back and forth. This is like I just say.
Oh yeah, that's called a conversation. Welcome.
You don't know how to have those. You just talk over people. You yell over people. You can't have a conversation.
Actually, I'm showing that I'm very capable of that right now. I will overpower you if you're talking over me, though. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I interrupt sometimes. I've gotten better. It's a work in progress, bitch.
For how many years? How many years have you been doing this?
Again, what business of it is yours? Are you my fucking spirit guide, bitch? Like, in the grand scheme of things, like, enough. I don't know in what world you feel that you get to come around and tell everybody about themselves. Well, look at yourself, yo. You're like the worst, weakest, most...
Honestly, no, that first part you said, you could say that about any of us. Why do any of us think that we can log on the internet and talk about anything? Really?
boring, annoying character in all of the fat lands, baby. Like, who the fuck is you? Come in here to my doorstep acting
This one's the bad guy.
aggrieved by my behavior, and Greg's too. Like, go away. Why is that never a fucking option, bitch? Just choose to go the fuck away then, stupid bitch. Go find an actual friend instead of orbiting me and obsessing over everything I do or don't, who I talk to or don't. Like, you're gross, bitch. Welcome
All right.
back.
Listen, you noodle-spined cunt. What the fuck? You can't just have a conversation. You have to boot me off every single time.
I already explained to you why, and I'm not going to do it again. And again, noodle-spined cunt, no. All right? And thank you for the dig at my fucking genetic disorders, stupid bitch. Feet.
Wait, what? Oh, because... I'm sorry, it took me a second. Oh, because you have that fat spine. That's right. I was like, what? She meant noodle spine. I think she meant noodle spine, like you fucking let these men walk all over you. You don't stick up for yourself to men unless it's negs. And when you want someone's attention, you can call them 500 times on the phone in a row. But heaven forbid someone write you 3 community tab posts in like 48 hours. Lord! No, I think she meant because you have no guts. You're spineless. Not, I don't think it was a dig at your... health issue. But, speaking of that, Greg and you really like to call me crazy. Right? Because I have a mental health issue. Mine is complex post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm also on the spectrum, and I have ADHD. I'm very hyper-talkative. And because of that, it's very easy to paint me out as a crazy person. And it's been working for all of you real well. But I don't like it anymore.
However, what it is actually is the cushioning in my spine is deteriorating.
Oh my God.
So it's compressed. It's actually the exact opposite of the noodle spine, stupid bitch. You better get woke. Welcome.
Everyone always comes at me about sharing trauma, but here's the thing. I speak out about coercive control. So yeah, I've shared my experience with coercive control because I don't have a right to be an expert in it, and I don't have a right to just share everyone else's experience unless I share my own. Right? And people will be like, oh, she's bringing up her trauma, blah, blah, blah. When I'm in other people's chats and they're talking about ops, I will bring up my own ops because that's what I have experience with. That's mine. I'm not going to start talking about yours, and I'm not going to be anybody's attack dog. Ever. So it's funny because everyone's always like, I'm Queen bringing up her trauma, but all of you bring up trauma a lot too. And it's always fine when you do it. But you just do it in panels where you're just chit-chatting. Alright? My whole thing is speaking out about cults. That includes fair gaming. which works very much. I'm not sure if you're aware, but places like Scientology actually use the same tactics that a lot of you losers on the internet try to use. So I have done a little bit to stop some fair gaming when I can. But I've also been fair game. Probably because of it. But I just don't know, like, at least I'm sharing my experience here on my platform to help other people who might be going through the same, or to stop people from going through the same. You're all just out here fucking sharing it to chit-chat. Or to use as a virtue signal. Or as some victim points, like with whatever the fuck this just was.
Back.
Metaphorically, you have a.
Okay, well, metaphorically, you have no spine at all, dude. So my fucked up spine is way stronger than yours could ever be, bitch. You know,
You don't have a spine because you're a snake.
no spine to speak of. I don't even know why you'd bring this up. Welcome back.
Pistachio.
No, that's it. Well, have
Okay.
fun. Have fun
Alright,
with the man that
goodbye.
will never love you.
Goodbye,
Bye.
fresh garbage.
Welcome to being the new AK.
Bye.
Hope you get your tragic one day.
Bye. Hey, Greg. Sorry I didn't let you on right away.
Who am
Yo,
I?
this is like deja vu, hey, because like I was waiting like 45 minutes the first time. It's okay.
Sorry.
So I just want to address a few things, Ross, since I am being
Wait a
attacked.
second. Please don't fuck it up.
Fuck what up, bro?
Everything I said so far, please.
The story that you guys agreed on, where you're supposed to twist the story around and pretend like I'm actually the one that got mad over being called an idiot instead of you, probably. Because what the fuck was that, Pistachio?
No, I'm gonna address her claims because she's made a lot of incorrect claims.
Are
So
they?
first,
You're gonna fuck it up, aren't you?
stop
Well,
projecting. Okay,
damn.
hold on. So Exhibit A, fresh garbage, going on her community tab. She recently made a post. Fat Megan made a post that says, "Wake me up when September starts." Like depressed face. "This month has been a lot. Don't feel like streaming. I'll be around here and there until then, but yeah, so stop bugging me, you dingus." So look, listen here, Fat Megan. First of all, I doubt you're a homeowner. You probably pay some kind of agreement because you can't even afford AC. I'm not saying I'm the richest person in town. Obviously not. But you can't afford AC for your dog. So that's animal abuse, number one. Number two, yes,
What?
exactly what Pistachio said. You're wrong. And I'm trying to remember. Oh, thank you for the donation, Freedom. I just saw. Thank you. Much love. Much love, Freedom Forever. Sorry, I had to shout that out. Thank you. But yeah, what else was I gonna say? Oh, she has like AK derangement syndrome, bro. Nobody's talking about love, and she's just mad that Shoelace Man won't love her.
Dude, she's mad about it several. It's about Negs, dude. Negs won't give her attention. Negs won't treat her. This has always been about Negs. It's just
So, fresh garbage is crazy for thinking that you two are in love. And then you proceed to discuss how she and Negs must be in love. Oh, you're killing it, Pistachio. You're doing great, sweetie.
trying to project that bullshit onto me and you, brother. That's what it was. You know the first stream that you walked into that we
Yes.
streamed together?
Yes.
It was
yes.
She was only coming after me because she was upset about how excited Negs was for my attention. She hates it that he likes me as much as he does. And
What? What? I believe that what you're referring to is that day that you called Negs like 500 times on the phone because you went into his chat and were like streaming and trying to get his attention, and he was literally ignoring you and you were flipping out. And if I remember correctly, Fresh Garbage covered that and was like, whoa, this is crazy, I'm pretty sure I agreed with her. Because that was crazy. Are you in love with Negs? He had a little smile. I was watching that stream. He was also drunk, though. Yeah. Do you think they are in love, though? No. He has no respect for her at all. None. Makes it very clear. That's why I was getting so fed up in that 4 hour. Because I was like, how are we debating them about Looksmaxxing right now or trying to change their minds right now? But every time I speak, you just suck up to them. I don't understand. They just kept going. Do I think that Fresh Garbage is in love with Negs? I don't know. Maybe. Is he in love with her? I don't know. I haven't really watched them. The Marlboro pack is female? Yes.
I'm telling you. And dude, this is the reason why she agreed to no name too. It all circles back to Negs for feet, dude. And it's like, you have a real man allegedly at home. We see them. I guess maybe that's why. However, though, like, why are you over here swooning over the Negses of the internet? And then trying to agree to Brady Poo and me at a projection for your shit, Neg, bitch.
Dude, you know what? And I agree. It's like, bro, stop crying. Like, is she jealous of like Tragedy and like AK? Like, I don't get it, dude.
I mean, who would be jealous of that? But
she is apparently. I don't know.
Be jealous of this.
She is. She can't stream because she's depressed, and she's going around haranguing people for God knows what. It's like deja vu because this is how we basically met for this garbage. Like, she's only coming on to antagonize. Like, if she's not donating, she should just shut up. If it's, if people say, oh, it's a scam, which clearly it's not.
Love you, Vidal. Vidal just tweeted and said, Pistachio is fighting with, I guess, Fresh Garbage on panel. And I'm cracking up at spamming of the feet emojis in Peanut's chat. Love you, Vidal.
That's funny.
Can we get more feet for Vidal, guys? Let's get some feet. Sorry,
Look,
Greg.
No, it's okay. It's your stream. I wasn't even.
So the first thing you bring up is like, you insult her, and then you bring up her mental health, which again would be probably bringing up some trauma. I'm just saying, and it's just interesting. Interesting, isn't it? Because that's what Greg does all the fucking time.
Planning on, not that I like don't want to come on, but I wasn't even planning on coming on. But as soon as I heard this bitch start spewing,
no, because then Niccolo would be here all the time, and we don't want that.
And doing all this nuts shit, I was like, I'm gonna cop on and destroy her because I know.
I know, that's why I didn't even tell you. That's why I didn't even tell you about the.
I seen it in my notifications. I was already on the tubes because I'm off today, so I'm like, I already see it.
All right, but listen, let's not drag this out. I wanted this to be a short one, consumable.
No, he is in Swan Kelly's Discord with like Dark Ninja, and keeps trying to talk to me. I haven't blocked. I haven't read anything, so I just keep responding every once in a while. Like, that's Niccolo. I'm not reading it.
I'm not dragging it out. I just wanted to.
Oh, I got timed out though.
Address her claims. That's all.
We will. You want to?
The men in there are about as tough as Greg.
Stream later for real, right?
Yeah. We will.
Okay, let's end this. Quack again. I forgive you. Don't make me rustle up the clips of all of your lies and bullshit, please. All right, Greg, holler at me. I'll holler at you.
All right. Thanks, guys, again. Appreciate it. Much love. All right. Peace.
Bye, guys.
Thanks to all.
I'll see you. We'll see you later. We're going to stream proper, like a little bit later tonight. Goodbye.
I feel like that was a threat. Is that a threat? Don't make me do this. What are you going to do to me, Pistachio? that other people haven't already done to me 500 times on here, and probably worse. Right? Nothing. You're not going to do anything. I've shown everything on here. I've explained my stance. I've explained why Greg eventually pissed me off to that point. I explained it all. And there's actually more. It's just like this is 3.5 hours long, okay? I didn't even want it to be this long. On today's stream, Greg ate right into the mic to trigger Fresh Garbage's autism. Dude hates women? Probably. What lies, though? Greg talks about Negs' court stuff all the time. Since when is court off limits? That's what I've said. And I also showed it. I explained everything. I showed everything. Even the argument that Greg and I got into. Okay? Like, it could have been a stupid argument, right? Could have been a stupid argument. But you had to keep it going. And keep it going. And keep it going. All over my channel. All over both your channels. So, you are the one that told me to come with receipts, Greg. So I did. Okay. So, here's the part that I want to make absolutely clear. Everything that you just saw today, in my opinion, was them being manipulative. Dishonest. But it was also predictable. Greg lashes out at everyone. He lashes out at friends, at mods, at panel guests, at random people in chats. He lashes out whenever he's criticized, corrected, or told no. And Pistachio ignores it every time. She excuses it. She enables it. She even admitted today that she takes his side even when he's the one attacking people just because he's her bestie. He's her little Greggy poo, right? But when people finally stick up for themselves, and when people finally say enough, suddenly they become the problem. They're the villain. They're the ones starting drama. And that's what they're trying to do to me right now. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to make a live stream about this. I didn't want to get involved in any of their mess. But after they came at me in posts, in videos, in comments, here we are. I'm not going to sit quietly while people rewrite the story and paint me as the bad guy because it's convenient for them. Not this time. So, if you missed anything, please do go and watch it from the start whenever you can. I would appreciate you hearing my whole side. Everyone always gets to tell their side, and no one ever really listens to my side. And all I'm asking you to do today is just watch this, listen to my side, because this is the kind of shit that I put up with from these people every day, all day long, constantly. And I'm just tired. So, I hope that you all have a fabulous, fabulous night. I'm sorry this wasn't earlier. I was busy today. Doing other things. With family. You weren't going to ruin my fucking weekend. So, I will see you all very, very soon with another one. Make sure that you practice some self-care this weekend. Have a fabulous rest of your evening. The only thing I can criticize you about in this entire ordeal was the fact that before you fought with Greg, you were just fine pushing his GoFundMe. I explained that in this, that I thought that it was like partially a joke. You know? I was just trying not to get involved because people have been trying to get me involved and they're all connected to Dark Ninja. And Dark Ninja's also offing me in a bunch of court, like these discords though. Right? And I didn't know about the court thing. Somebody sent it to me, and it was posted on Kiwi Farms, I guess, because that's why Pistachio didn't want to believe it. But my thing is, here's the thing. It doesn't matter where it's posted. If it's the truth, it's the truth. I mean, I can understand why you thought it was a joke. I mean, how I've got 2 fake GoFundMes. One of them issue fund myself some Dino Nuggies, and the other one is to find myself a peppermint latte. I thought they were memeing Tragic. I thought it was partially to meme Tragic because he had been fighting with the Bodega. He had been fighting with Tragic. And so I honestly, and like when it first popped up on the 13th, it was like right around that time. It was like 10 days ago. And so I kind of thought it was a joke because it says I have crippling IBS. And I guess that's partially my fault, you know? No, he can't. That's my mistake. Okay, that's my mistake. I thought it was a joke. I wasn't taking it seriously. I was being harassed to cover it from several different people. Not just Arctic and George, but like Dark Ninjas trying to bother me and kept coming into Pistachio's chat and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like just all of it. And so I was like, fuck, I don't want to cover this fucking GoFundMe. It's not usually something I would cover, but after everything that's taken place over the last like 48 hours, I'm like, okay, fine, here we are. I thought it was a joke at first too. Yeah, like if you listen to how I fucking promoted it, I'm like laughing. Going, ha ha, Greg's pooping at the 7-Eleven. Like, I really wasn't taking it seriously. So that's my mistake. But I wasn't promoting it over here. I wasn't promoting it, like, on my community tab or in my community. I was just on Pistachio's live stream making jokes about it, really. You know? So please do watch the stream in entirety because I do want you to understand. Like, I'm trying to show a pattern of behavior. There is more. And like, if I need to dig it up, but I would prefer if I could just move on and leave these 2 in my past. Don't worry, Pistachio, I won't be there to flip out on you every 2 weeks. Even though, like, when have I ever flipped out on you before? When are all these times I have flipped out on you? I don't know them. You know? I was waiting for the butt cancer fundraiser, yeah. Well, I already yelled at Tragic for that, but when people shared it, they didn't put anything I said in the video to make me look bad. So you just hear what Tragic's saying to me and insulting me, so that they can fucking say he won. I was like, wow, you guys are pathetic. I can't do anything right in this community. No matter what, it's always my fault. I'm always the bad guy, and that's why I'm asking you to watch this. But thank you, everyone, if you did watch it, if you did make it to the end. Please like, subscribe. Don't donate to that GoFundMe. I mean, unless you watch all of this and go, yeah, okay, I can't really stop you, now can I? Nobody can stop anyone from actually donating to it. Maybe the reason why people aren't donating to it has nothing to do with any of this. Have a fabulous night, everyone. I love all of your faces. Bye!